undo. Ain't no way. 5 years? That's what I'm saying. Oh, I'm unk and washed and need to go to the nursing home. My God. Need to go. Ow, the 5 years is great. 5 years is insane. Half a decade. Oh, it was never meant to be like this. Oh, God. MJ! Nap, I'm in the middle of a Fortnite match. Can we reschedule this? No! Mr. Krabs, I have an idea. Oh, my God. Imagine if this stream you die on baby zombie like Phil. Oh, my God. You have no idea. If I see a little baby zombie in gold armor coming my way, I'm combat logging. I'm leaving. I refuse. I refuse to be dealt with that way. My God. Oh my God. This calls for celebration. Like putting characters up in the Hail Mary. Just putting them in. Just sending here. Hi to him here. My son is also dying. Little known fact. I'm also part of this project. The mean German lady put me here too. Oh God, can you imagine? My God. But no, I hope you're all doing well. This week's been crazy. Only good things have happened this week. Truly. Peak has happened this week, some might say. Just some things just came in the nick of time, you know? Anyway, I digress. But no, I'm excited. I'll say off the top because people get worried sometimes, you know. There's no worry for lore today. I thought today we'll do something a little different, you know? I thought this go around, because if some asks perchance then of when next lore should be, I thought, all right, I'll listen. Howdy, totally human, I'll do. Clearly they're talking about Kingdom Hearts 4, nothing else. Yes, exactly. Lore? No, listen, I know, shock and awe. Nap comes out and he says, listen, gang, it's been 5 years. I think we take a trip down memory lane and you don't have to worry about horrible lore, you know? You don't have to randomly have Soup kill and betray a past version of Nap. That'd be crazy. I mean, you'd be sat there, you'd be in shock and awe. Then again, maybe there's shock and awe at the idea that there's no lore. I don't know, but there's no
lore?
No, I said no lore. Oh my God. Amaze. 6-7 question, 6-7. Oh God. No, rest assured. Oh, no lore shall happen, you know? We're just gonna take a trip down memory lane. It'll be great. We'll laugh, we'll cry. You'll be in awe of it all, losing it. You'll be in awe of it all and shocked even. You'll look at me and you'll say, gasp! Nap! No way! I forgot you built this! Oh God. How was I meant to put gasp? How was I meant to get this transition? Oh God. I have the complete voluntary meal of corned beef hash. Corned beef hash is good. It's delicious. Why? Yeah, I'd voluntarily have some good. Yeah, it sounds good. Nap, my current hyperfixation is Project Hail Mary. I genuinely haven't had a conversation about anything else in days. Based. It's so good. It's so unbelievably good. I'm actually interested. Did you read the book as well? It's fine if you haven't. I'm kidding. They're very different projects in many ways. No pun intended. I lost the match, second place with the opponent at 2 health because you didn't cancel stream. Well, your death is a sacrifice I was willing to make in order to ensure that I will never die. Me, Napoleon the Seventh, not the one with the Wikipedia page. Me, Nap. I'll never die. It's glorious news. Yes. That was pretty good, not gonna lie. I'll take it. Wait, but that's not the phrase. That's not the phrase you said you would say when it was a 10 out of 10. Wait a minute. I thought it'd be, is it Inataje? Inataje Napoleon? Is that what it should be? I may be forgetting. I may be forgetting. Oh, I forgot what 10 was. Oh, I forgot what 10 out of 10 would be. 9 out of 10. Could have made the gasp sound instead of the word. See, I thought about going, but then I was like, no, I should just say gasp. Literally, because Tyler once made one of my favorite things that has ever happened in the past 5 years, which was a collection of every little like transition one I made. Probably one of the handful of times I've actually ever felt, how do I phrase this? It feels wrong to say like a content like a YouTuber, man, like a streamer. But no, it was one of the only times I was like, oh wait, this is like when people make collections of clips of. Wait a minute. I was like, wait a sec. Oh, in me. Oh, anyway, but so I was like, nah, I gotta say it. I gotta say it. I watched the movie first. Oh, do you think you gotta read the book? I'm curious. I've not made my full way through the book. I know chunks of what happens in the book, and I've heard chunks of the audiobook, and it's like whole sequences are very different. Like the eating sequence is very different, or like the the fate of some individuals is very different. I'm reading the book currently. Okay, that's what I assumed. That's why I was trying to not say anything specific. And I will zip my trap on that. I wanted the #1 victory royale. Well, yeah, Fortnite, we about to go down. 10 kills on the board right now. Something about tomatoes? Didn't feel that way with Delta Nap mod Sag. No, I did as well. I said one of, not the other. Speaking of, July, Delta month round 2, Delta month. Chapter 5. My god. Anywho, no lore Sag. Well, mostly we're gonna take a trip down memory lane. We're gonna go see all the big lore builds. It'll be a bit of a refresher, and then, you know, maybe some lore in future. Somebody asked that lore be held off for a little bit. All right, listen. I'm acquiescing to a request. Deltarune in 14 tomorrows. There's something very poetic about phrasing it as 14 tomorrows. That's very, one could say, in a fortnight. Thank you everybody. I'll be here all week. Yes, thank you. What a time to be alive. Oh god, Delta Month 2 is coming. Unironically, my art is getting better at stocking up for July. Stocking up like it's missile shells. Like artillery barrages are about to hit the Nap Discord. Like I'm gonna get exploded. Oh, what a time to be alive. I don't know who that somebody be, but I don't want to hear them. Huh? Can we do it a week after it comes out so I can play it and backseat properly? Sure, King. Sure. Yeah, you know what? Absolutely. Yeah, Nap, I posted that meme in Gen Chat. We could play Deltarune if. What do you mean you posted that meme? What do you mean you posted that meme in Gen Chat? What do you mean? I don't see no meme in Gen Chat. I see Snoopy. I see Freaky Deaky Ben 10. Wait a minute. I don't see no. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Nuh-uh. Lies and deceit. I just scrolled back days. Nothing. Thank you, Nep, because I actually did try to do that last rub. I mean, listen, all much of the experience, I believe, for yourself at least, seem to be getting to be like, oh, you know where plus that way I won't miss a mystery boss, you know. Because I can assure you, I ain't gonna go look up where they're meant to be. Because then I feel anytime I look something up for a game, I'm gonna learn too much, you know. Look again, schmuck. Nope, sorry, all out of jam. No schmuckers here. Can't. Nope, sorry, busy. Can't look. I choose to believe that you never did. Anyway, Delta in that month has some new characters. Oh, new characters from the existing chapters, or the new characters of new chapters. And which one is Tana? Which one? Oh, some familiar faces for the character that. Ah! W. It was the Bart is dying meme. Huh? You what? I don't understand. Bart is dying. Bart who? Simpson? Bartholomew J. Simpson? Why is he dying? What happened? I actually want to turn that to music just a smidge. Just, yes, there we go. Delta Dave, Delta Soup will make an appearance. Oh! But do they have lightener versions and darkener versions? Thank you very much. Please hold the applause. Do they have real world and then their darkener version? Yes! Ah! Huge. Wait a second. That's sick. I'm not going to clarify, so now you have to look. And what if I refuse? What then, Spider-Man? Nothing. You'll do nothing. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Well, we need to do this in the right order. We need to do this in the correct order. David Soup, Rousey, and Susie, for the record, based. Wait. The real question is which, and I don't know if I wish to be told. Which one is Susie coded? Who's to say? It's such a what a question, you know? Impossible to guess. I can keep the secret, but I know in my heart. Is crazy. Lab, we all know, buddy. We all know, pal. We know which is which. Real talk. Soup is Chris. Soup is twisted and messed up and possessed. Oh God, what a time to be alive. I believe in here, yes. Slowly but surely we shall swim up towards the capital, yes. Oh, it is hard to believe, by the way, that it's been 5 years. 5 years, I mean, technically the 5th, it was 5 years as of June 11th. But still, which speaking of, it's been, we're just coming up to 2,000 days. Woo. My issue is with other darkness because I kind of want Lancer to just still be Lancer. Based. Well, I don't think, like, Rousey doesn't have a Lightner version, does he? Or wait, no, he is a Lightner. How is he? Wait, can he return? No, he can't. He can't leave there. He has a whole, boy's got problems. You can put so many self-confidence issues into that bad boy. My God. Men need a hug or something. A heinously horrible history fact. Ew. let me. Oh God, where even is that? Where even is? Oh no. Where did I put that book? Maybe it's over here. No, that's Buster Keaton. No, that is oh, Tony Human. Oh, Tony Human. You like cameras? Chat say cheese. I don't know if you could actually hear that click, but that was my Instamatic, my X25 Kodak Instamatic. Wow, so cool. So so cool. Rosby owns his own camera. Ooh, ah. Where the heck I put the history facts? Oh, no, that's my glockenspiel. Okay, that's fine. Is that fine? I can play the glockenspiel. Is that the glockenspiel was invented for the glockenspiel was invented in 1802 for for the amusement of a very young Peter the Great. That is a horrible history fact because it is untrue. I don't know this. I don't know the history of the glockenspiel, but I own one. But what if Tenna just exists? Well, Tenna is a television. Then again, I do kind of hope he exists. I need him to, like that Kermit the Frog gif. I actually want one of Tenna dancing. I want him. Oh, I love when he's boogieing. My mom broke a tooth from stress learning how to play glockenspiel for theater, man. Broke a tooth. Ew, how do you? I never thought of the glockenspiel. It's such a whimsical instrument. How did that result in that? No, not there. No. Yang, I don't know if I will be able to find, my version of horrible history. I'm sorry to say, here, instead, I found one of my copies of the Iliad. It's got stuff in it. What can I use for this? Oh, the opening to the Odyssey. That's always fun. Everybody loves the opening to the Odyssey. Let's see. What did Samuel Butler translate the fifth word as? What did he translate the fifth word as? Tell me, O Muse, of that ingenious. He used the word ingenious. That's a crazy translate. That is a crazy translate. The fifth word in the Odyssey, fun fact, famously a point of contention for translation on account of the fact that it has meant a lot of different things. Most notably, it is the identity of the man pulled many, the many-way man, or a man of many ideas, etc. So often it is translated that way, in either a passive or a active sense, as to whether or not Odysseus is being far-flung. So is he far-flung himself? Is he going a lot of places, or the gods taking him a lot of places? What does he do on his journey? Ooh, there's you. there's your history fact. There's your hot take from classical translations. What were we doing? Oh, right, going to see places. Where is he going? I was looking for my book of horrible history facts. Of 2,000 horrible history facts. That genuine, it was the magic flute, and she was the only percussionist, and she clenched her teeth so hard she broke her tooth. Commitment to the. Did she finish? Did she finish it out? I mean, respect if she did. Like understandable if she went, no, I didn't complete my. No, I forgot it would do that. I forgot. Nobody look at me. Oh. Why did you do that? Because I needed to pick it up to take it over there. Don't look at me. She did. I was in that actually. Oh. That was before I got mega disabled and I did theater. I was my first and last opera because this summer my body finally gave up. Well, I mean, that's it sounds like a cool connection point between you and your bio. Up. Kodak went bankrupt the first time because they tried to copy Polaroid. I thought it was because they got brought the digital camera and they said, we sell film here. We don't. That's a fad. We don't need that. Anyway, then digital cameras took off. Fun fact: the Trojan horse was supposed to be an offering to Athena. But what? But aren't horses the sign of Poseidon? He's the Lord of horses. Right now, wait. Anyway, back to the conversation for like 20 minutes ago. I've considered posting old clips to the VOD channel as shorts to fill the gaps between exports, just for fun to encourage people to create more clips. But I feel like you'd have a conniption if I did more work than you asked me to do for fun. I would have a conniption if you did awesome and cool things and were not appropriately compensated. Yes. What do you mean? The conniption comes from the fact that people deserve compensation for hard work. Point and laugh. No, don't point and laugh. My God. It was a really small cast, so I chose a special for it. Ooh. I mean, it sounds like a good memory overall. It was super fun and interesting, but we were all super confused by the plot and had no clue what was happening in the play the whole time because our translation wasn't very good. That's actually iconic though. Wait a minute, just what's going on in there? You know, that's a very human thing. I feel. I feel like that put you more. That would have put you more in line with like the thinking of musicians in the actual time period. Like somebody played something like a symphony in England has played it, and they're like, "What did Herr Mozart mean by this?" And it's like, we got a loose translation, but you know, Jonathan's Jonathan's German ain't so hot, you know. Wait, no, how do I write it? No, come back, please. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I love you. I'm sorry. I think we should just leave. I'm upset now. I'm upset. That also didn't help fair. But I want to see if I did it anyway. The only reason I haven't done it anyway is because I want to express permission. You wouldn't get annoyed. I don't care about compensation. I care though. I would feel bad. We can talk about it. I am not opposed. I just, if it were taking on more of a role like that, I would vehemently. I can. I will look if we look into stuff like that. I will look into compensation ability. Because I would. That feels like such a jump forward. Why did you punch it? I didn't mean to! Generally, a nice single one of us knew the story of the Magic Flute was we all shipped the two lead male characters together instead of learning the story. Pig. Tell you, they made a big horse statue. They said, hey, you see that statue? That belongs to one of our gods. Do not touch it. Trojans, not believing in their gods, went and touched it. I mean, that'll do it. Yeah, that and then 1,000 men poured out of it. Or maybe not 1,000. Maybe it was less. Maybe it was like 1 or 2. Who's to say? Hey, what's that? Who knows? I'm not hearing a no that sounds bad. I'm hearing waffling. My God. It was a pretty banger, to be honest. We put on a really good show and everything was nonsense. I wrote a fanfic based on it, still not knowing. Is that not just original fiction then? Is that not just original fiction? Like if you write a story and you know nothing about the, like you're just, truly you've just taken names and at that point, you know, Fun fact, the Trojan horse actually held 1,000 pieces of popcorn. I did it. Popcorn. It did it. That's the popcorn, yes? Corn. Yeah, in the Mediterranean. I'm sure. Yo! I see! Thank you so much for the raid! Welcome, Raiders! How do, Chevy? How do? I hope y'all doing well. How's life? How's the wife? How's the kids? Hopefully good. Hopefully good. What were you up to? What were you up to? What were you doing? Me? I'm stealing the nitwit's bed. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hit you. My bad, nitwit. Later, dude. He lived. How did he live? This is a crazy... How did he live through that? That was insane. Corn. No, not Corn, the god of skulls. Different guy. Different guy. Hey, Be Nice, he's my favorite character. The nitwit deserves everything he gets. He is a plague and a pox upon my house. Oh, Dios me. Did some, Alright, see, I'm tired though. Understandable. That would take it out of you. Well, hopefully it was fun, King. I hope you had a good time. Me personally, I'm here celebrating. You'll never believe this. 5 years in this world. 5 years alive in this hardcore world. I'm a god. I'm unkillable. Nothing can ever go wrong. I will only stay alive, truly. They said it couldn't be done. They said, oh, no, Nap. You'll never possibly keep one world for 5 years. Oh, look at me now. Am I smelling lies? No, I'm dead serious. I started this hardcore world, June 11th, 2021. I've been going strong ever since. We're actually doing a tour of old lore builds. I'm not excited for the Odyssey. Hot take. Not because transgender hashtag, but because every new Greek myth media made my friend who is in college ancient Greek archaeology is told to be told by a bunch of casuals that she doesn't know stuff about her major. Yeah, I can understand that aggravation. I'm of two minds of it, mostly. In general, I think I have to approach it as just like, how do I phrase this? What I think I will enjoy about it is if I approach it as the idea of a rendition of the Odyssey in the same way that the Odyssey that we have written down is also not the original. You know what I mean? Nobody actually has Homer's original writing. It was an oral tradition for almost half a thousand years, half a millennia, before it was ever truly like codified and written down. And so I'm firmly of the belief that, you know, culture begets culture and remakes itself constantly. And so the changes that may exist now could be an interesting, striation into like how modernity sees antiquity. But I also think they should have just put them in Bronze Age armor. That's just me, though. I don't have that. I'm sorry, but if you click on your name, you can see how long you've followed from. October 12, 2019. I didn't have a channel in 2019. I love Epic the Musical. There are so many inconsistencies. I like New Odyssey when people aren't the worst about it. That's fair. Well, it is and isn't in the sense that that's just never gonna happen. There's just stupid idiot people everywhere. Nap, I've been following today for 3 years. Can you bet 3 years? I see. I'm so sorry. I think we're washed. I think we're unk. I think you and I, we together, we're unk and washed and cooked. Oh, Lord Almighty. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the build that started it all. My first ever lore build where we're at a Christmas in 2021. I dropped out here and went and then discovered a secret staircase. I'm showing them things. And then went, ooh, a secret staircase. What's this? Oh, here, let me put on my shaders. 1 second, let me put on my shaders. We got... Oh, God. It's all over. It's all over. Shader packs. Yeah, I usually do complimentary. Apply. Someday I'll update this shader pack. I'm surprised it hasn't broken. I've not changed it since I started in 5 years.
Lore.
No, I told you! I will get a spray bottle! It is not lore yet! Oh my God. Joke's on us, skeleton's part of the lore. Joke's on you. What if that killed me? What if I die? That'd be crazy. 5-year mark. Oh, Family Guy death pose. Hey, Real Nick, can you come run some equipment for the day and just keep a simple day job? Plus, it's Fridays, it won't be long. 9 hours later. Oh, no, Canadian. No. Oh, my God. I'm sorry to hear that, King. It's over now. It's weekend now. Ooh. Oh, wait a minute. Let me, is it this one? Oh no, my lore button didn't work. My lore music button. No, wait a second. My lore music button. Oh, let me just. There we go. Oh, who would have thunk? Who would have guessed? Ooh. What if dropping creeper? Weekend, what's that? Not for me. Gotta work tomorrow from 9:30 to 5:30. Oh, oh. Also, was that a quote from Annie, or am I just too musical build? Is that a quote from Annie? Wait a minute. Ooh, and then Nap callously deleted the VOD because he hated us so much. That's not what I wasn't saving VODs yet. Oh my God. What can I say, Pet Store Manager? At least you do good things. At least it is in the pursuit of betterment of society, you know? And I mean that genuinely. I mean, that's like, you know, at least you're not going in on a weekend dot to like trade stocks or something. The markets are closed. Markets are closed on the weekend. Lost media type lore. Real and true, honestly. Where the heck did... There we go. We'll go back to that. Actually, real quick, I'm gonna see if I can fix that other issue. New lore, not new lore. Did that fix it? That did fix it! Good! Yippee! Yippee! Yahoo! No, that's the wrong button. Nope, that's the wrong button. There we go. That works. That works. That's more what it's meant to be. Wait a second. We'll go. Perfect. Perfect. Exactly how it is meant to be. Dude, that's a crazy statement. Oh my God. Wait, then my sister begged me. Wait, huh? I'm sorry. Now, if I ain't working, I mostly at my parents working anyway. I don't know what chill it is most days, but at least you're helping Bonky. That's something. That's something. My God. A single mom worked. Also, I'm a little crispy because sunscreen is for this. That is not true. Wear sunscreen. Don't do what Canadian did. Canadian, you know better. I will come down to Ontario from none of. I will slap you upside the head, pal. You listen to me there, buddy boy. Skin cancer's no joke. The sun is a deadly laser. And my sister begged me to beat Nap to recreate this VOD. And eventually, finally, he did. And in this together on fighting Nap to get projects done. Go watch a reaction to the VOD channel now. Yo. I saw an edit of one of the Odyssey songs. Like, oh, can't even enjoy my weekend either. I have a cousin tomorrow for some reason. His birthday. For some reason, it's crazy. Push all the buttons. Is good boy. He vibing. True. I do love. Wait, stop it. You get that sound. You get that dang song back on. Maybe someday, Mello. Maybe someday. Maybe, hey, it's been 5 years. Maybe if you're good, maybe by end of stream. Oh, Dios mío. It's been so long. 2 years that song stayed dead, and then it came back, in what you call it? The last year. You twisted my arm, and my God, I heard 3 notes and it was enough. Oh, good, it's not perfect. Imagine still not having me added on disc. What do you mean? I have you on Discord. What do you mean? We actively have chatted on Discord. What? Lies, lies and deceit. Anyway, this was the preliminary lore of that started it all. This was where I started the idea, which was I believe originally dedicated to Mythic, I think, or one of the gods that Mythic proposed. There's a throwback name for you. You don't have me as a friend. I swear to God, I do. I swear I do. What do you mean? What do you mean? It's got a little notch next to your name. Isn't that what means friend? Read my message, find my page. Oh! Dog, and monkey. Oh, they're all so cute. Wait, based. This is the greatest tab out I've ever done. My God. Why does it not say we're friends? It says we're friends for me. Why does it say add friend? I don't know. Maybe you unadded me. Maybe you unadded me. I swear to God I added you. A friend forever ago. Either way. Wait a minute. It takes 2 to tango. Why haven't you? If we haven't been able to add me right now. It doesn't have a node for you. I have your profile. It doesn't. Oh, it's because streamer mode is enabled. Cannot add for. Okay, 1 second. I'm not late. You're late. Yo, great. I'll do. I would never unadd you. I can't add you. You got a friend request. That doesn't sound like me. That doesn't sound like me. That sounds so antisocial. That sounds deeply antisocial. I will listen. While my Streamlabs is up, it says streamer mode is enabled. Cannot add friend. I am writing a note as we speak. 1 second. 1 second. Let me move my glockenspiel. Let me move my little glockenspiel. And I see move on Discord. Turn off streamer mode, add friend, turn on streamer mode. What if they find me? What if they find me? Then what? What if then Mello and Tyler and MJ do the thing that they did once and was just the most heinous act of attack on my personal person that's ever been done? That is to say that they found that the streamer mode deactivated once. They were able to get the Discord notification sound through onto stream and then just spammed me! Spammed me! I was devastated. Why do I feel so judged? Nap doesn't have me added because we aren't friends. We are enemies in a cartoon that have to work together through comedy of errors. We are spy versus spy. Yes, that is cool art my friend made for me. Waiting for you after stream. Oh, I love to see it. And to beg for my life after that. I am 20 meters away, rapidly approaching your location. My God, just don't get spammed. You think they won't? You think they aren't sitting there with a Control-C, Control-V ready to go? Oh. What's his tent? What's happening? Oh, we're at the first lore. We're at the very first lore. We're doing a showcase. I'm going through all the different lore builds and wandering around. We're doing a tour of the old lore, but it's the 5-year anniversary, Greg. It's the 5-year anniversary. And this tent was here for one of the other subsequent lores, you know? Spiders is fine, TF2 mentioned. Well, no, not TF2. No, like the comic with the white spy and black spy, and they're like triangle people. Was going to actually block me. I was begging. It was scarier than Jin was. Was I? Man, something else must have been going on that day. Oh my god. Oh, unless, what did you send? That's the real question, you know? Just do it. Alright, listen, you hear that? That there, that is paper. I have written that is sat right there. And Aishiwu on Discord. As soon as stream is over, I promise, cross my heart. I hope to die. Stick a needle in your eye. Is that how the whole rhyme goes? Something about flying, maybe? It was over 100 messages. That's probably it. Is your handwriting readable? I cannot convey the gobsmacked I am. How dare you? Yes, it's readable. My God. That's what you sound like. That's what you sound like. L ratio, L plus ratio. That's what you sound like. I have. Get good. Anyway, up there's the cleric. He wants to dissect me for bones or magic or something. Who knows? He leads me astray. Yes. Nap hand cam. No. Occasionally in a Lego stream. I am like an 18th century harlot. Only on special occasions can you see a wrist. For the future of Canadian Historical Archives, Nap can write. Yes, I can write, my God. I spent the day walking around town dressed as an authentic kit, celebrating the anniversary of said town. What about the anniversary of the hardcore world? Grant, did you tell them? Did you tell them of the hardcore world? Oh, 100. Also, that won't show his handwriting. He could forge his signature, steal his bank account. Real and true. Well, you certainly are a harlot. I said an 18th century harlot, thank you. Wonder if we'll ever get a Nap elbow reveal. I don't know, that'd be a pretty big milestone. I'm pretty sure it was like 10, 5, 6 million subs for somebody. Oh, if the boot fits. What do you know about my boots, huh? What do you know about what they fit? Okay, I leave. Goodbye. Bye. Oh, enjoy. Rest up, King. Rest up after your 9-hour shift. I'm not getting into the authentic kit to celebrate the anniversary of the hardcore world because it's not topical. Maybe it is. Maybe it is topical. You don't know. I wear armor in this game. You know? I wear an authentic kit. This is probably the most out of the way one, I think. You wear plate armor and actually it's technically it's almost more like a breastplate, it feels like. I don't think when I swish my arms, I'm not sure if it actually has full coverage. Be invented for another few hundred years. Pshaw. We're still in chainmail. Pshaw. Use it's not called it's not called plate, but it's use the what do you call it? It was Roman plate armor. You could just say you found it. You found this was in a tomb on a dead guy. Easy. Also, Icy, when are you gonna play video games with me? Icy, when are you gonna play When are we gonna get out of jail? Your son is waiting. Your son is waiting, King. We're not Roman. That's true, but that doesn't mean you couldn't find the tomb of a Roman. You're in England. You could have found it in Londinium, you know? You could have found it in ruins. Gonna throw hands soon. Yes, he is. We can do that. What do you mean we're gonna throw hands? We're working on the same team. This is centuries after. And we're still finding things from Romans, you know? Centuries after, like it's impossible. Like it's impossible. My God. Metalomic, and you know, in the right conditions, it lasts forever. We got them hanging in museums. You think that armor is usable? Yes. Yes, I do. And I've yet to be proven wrong. Any day, almost any day, just on Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. I can't tell if that was intentional. I can't tell if that was intentional. Isaac said any day, just not any of the days you stream. Devastation. Icy said none of the days that you stream, Nap. Nope, none of those. Based. Can't help that. It's just so funny, the idea. Any day, just, you know, not the days you stream. I mean, come on, be reasonable here. My God. You know what I say? I'm just gonna call up. I'm just gonna call up Goose. I'm gonna get Chef Goose to come in. He's gonna play instead. We'll talk about Belgian waffles. He'll love it. Monday I play Windrose with Sheffy. Maybe Sheffy will get out of prison with me. Maybe Sheffy will get out of prison with me. You're rage baiting me. This sucks. I'm not rage, but I'm saying conceivably somebody could have found a set of Roman armor in fairly decent condition and gone like, might as well put this on. And then gone up to the next peasant they seen and said, hey, have you seen Napoleon VII on the hardcore world? And they'd say, Gyros? We went to the local museum to look at the Normans and Anglo-Saxons artifacts. Well dressed as Normans and Anglo-Saxons, I really wanted to find a collection of Norman coins so I can keep a handful for myself and have genuine coins from the period. Ooh. Like you need to go looking around with like a metal detector or something? Gonna cry, can't help. We will, like human suggestion of a nap week, we can certainly find a date that will work. We can put our brains together. We can brainstorm. So let's see. That was the first one. I don't think Leaside was the second. Oh, no, I know what the second was. I'm teaching Greg to notice rage bait sooner. He's doing okay at it. But I'm not rage baited. I'm not seeking the rage of others. If it's on a Friday, I don't have work. We can def kid. Tuesday at 5 a.m. It's the only option. No one will be there. No one will be there, I see. It will just be us playing a game. At that point, there will be no chat. 5 a.m. You know, I should have gone to TwitchCon. Then we could have played it then. We could have played it then. It would have been glorious. The greatest, the great main stage TwitchCon. Icy Moo finally, Icy Moo and Napoleon the Seventh finally finish. Get Out. Or Escape from Tarkov or whatever it's called. I could make it. Oh, to 5 a.m. on a Tuesday. That's fair. I guess that'd probably be like, what, noon? Noon for you, maybe? Forgot what we played. No, we played Prison Game. I haven't forgotten what it's. I'm blanking on its name in the moment. I can picture it. We played with Leo. You were playing Leo. I remember it all. It's open. I need this to be closed. 1 second. 1 second. Oh, that was weird. Why did I have no sound for that? That should have had sound. I'm sure it's fine. A Way Out! Get Out, A Way Out. It Takes Two, which is, I think, by the same people. You know, 6 a dozen, half another, you know. It's been so long, Icy. It's been so long. If you mean 5 a.m. Eastern Standard, that's 10 a.m. my time. I'm free. I'm very free on Tuesday. Oh, what if it's 5 a.m.? What if it's 5 a.m. UK time? Why am I not hearing that sound? Why no sound from that? That is odd. CEO lady is pushing Halo, the Elder Scrolls, and Fallout as priority next big games. Yeah! We're so back, baby! Elder Scrolls 6 any day now! They'll announce it any day now! Wow, these have grown. Any day now! Surely! Ooh, ah, look, ooh, ah. Cooler reveal. This was right after 1.17 or 18. No, right after 1.18 came out. And so I was like, oh, look at the cool new caves. Ooh, because this was right after this became like a thing, like where you head Deep Slate Generation and the like. And so we made use of that. Then there was this cool little bunker underneath, if you went directly above this, the Soul Tree. And then there was a cool little thing that has all these different things about gold and notices about of alchemy and whatever the hell this thing is. Who knows what this is? Oh yeah, we got our skulls. Oh, beautiful. Within the decade. Well, I'm sure. My honest guess is Elder Scrolls 6 is gonna be like a is probably gonna be like December 2027, maybe March 2028, but I'm thinking holiday 2027. That's I think either the Game Awards or really early in 2027 we will see the Elder Scrolls 6 launch or the trailer. Pushing them to work. Well, no, in 2023 they officially changed gears into actually like entering full production. All right, time for me to head out. I'm tired as heck and should shower. Have a great stream. Much love. Don't forget to add best friend, aka me. Of course, I see. I am still befuddled by the idea that it's not. I don't know why it's not. I will take your word for it that you didn't unadd me, because I don't think you would. But I will ensure to do so. Get some rest, King. Sleep well. Have a good weekend. Have a good time at work tomorrow. Enjoy. I'm not sure if it'll be crazy for you because of World Cup things. I mean, I know Europe gets wacky over soccer, so I don't know. I miss my god OC Vapor, who wasn't a god and dead, was a scam artist. Based. I mean, a lot of them still hold influence in the way that, like, I still have a copy of the spreadsheet that was made, I believe, by Edward, if memory serves. It's just in the last year it became reticently, in the last year and a half, I should say now, it became reticently clear I should not be directly including individuals. You sucker. Oh, you're not a fan? I just thought, I don't know, Europeans seem to like, I thought it was a big thing. I thought it was a big thing. They'd be like, oh yeah, Manchester's playing. That's not a Manchester accent at all. I don't know why. I can do a halfway decent British accent. I don't like different versions of different areas. I don't know what it is about streaming where it never comes through. I, for the life of me, cannot, maybe it's having headphones in. I don't know. Maybe it's because I can't hear myself. But by God, one of these days, I will put forth a recording. Oh, wait, no, this doesn't go where I need it to go. I'm lost. I'm lost in the build. Someday, Nap will remember the shader hotkey is K, I think. My God. We're gonna find the spreadsheet. If it's still up, then it's probably somewhere on the Discord. Well, there's certainly pros and cons. Listen, you know, Mellow, certain things occurred and it quickly changed some of the plot of the hardcore world. Oh, a whole nether plot had to get shelved. Ooh. I don't like kicking each other's legs. Just get a ball. Nope. Based. I mean, kind of understandable. My like fully, I like slide, tackle, shatter the shit. You know. I don't understand that. It's never been my style either. I played soccer growing up at different times, but it was never my favorite sport to play. There are definitely, in my opinion, there's definitely lots of more enjoyable. Although sometimes I guess just that would be defined by being more solo-based sports. Well, baseball can be fun to play. Not fun to watch. Not a fan of watching. But baseball's not something I'm like big on like watching. That was rude and uncalled for, man. That was exceptionally rude. I was going to make it. And he took that instant to shoot me down and off it. I knew it, too. I heard his little bones rattling. I knew he would take aim. The retcons, indeed, indeed. I do think it was probably Pico last posted, but maybe it was Edward. Edward may have relinked it at some point. Doesn't mean it's very big. Oh no, yeah, no. Soccer is huge, dude. It's like one of the biggest sports in the world. All right, now for real, I'm going. Later, I see. Take care. Thank you for photos, by the way. I also send me more always. Yes, yes. Have a good weekend. Rest up, King. Am I crazy? Wait a second. Wait a second. I mean, well, this isn't gonna be a guarantee one way or the other, but okay. No, I thought for a second I thought maybe I wasn't hearing like interaction noises because I didn't hear the pistons. I'm confused by that. Is your audio doubled? It shouldn't be. Yes? Yes? What do you mean, yes? It shouldn't be. I only have 1 feed of audio. Nap, there's nothing you can do to get rid of me, cost sunk fallacy. Put vapor in the plot. She was tiny post office in the road because she abandoned her job to pursue scamming. Sunk cost fallacy is a crazy way to see 5 years in. Nap, I can't leave. Nap, it's been half a decade. I can't. Nap, look at me. You need to lock in, cause I can't leave. Oh god. Is your pistons are quieter as for a few updates ago, so I feel like hearing the monsters twice and some of the other doors twice. Huh. Now by ride or die to the dream SMP, I'm not going anywhere. What a benchmark. What a specific benchmark to use, but based. I'll take it. I mean, in fairness, I kind of assume for the lot of you, 5 years in is a lot of sunk costs for fun. And I hope it's not seen that way. I just enjoy seeing you. But in any event, it's actually it's one of those elements where it's like, I had this conversation, I think, with Iced Coffee 2 years ago or something like that. Because I remember, about a little over a year and a half, I guess. Because I remember it was this whole kick to get onto like more, not botting or anything like that, but it was like, oh, how to get more viewers and da-da-da-da-da. And I remember rejecting the offer at the time on account of being like, if people come, they come, but I'm kind of, the vibe is pretty immaculate right now. Mind you, this was before a thermonuclear bomb detonated off. But anyway, I was like, I'm kind of just digging the vibe of a good group. I value a solid group of people far more than like insane growth, which is also partially why I've never streamed on YouTube. Like I can multi-stream now. Twitch removed the issue where they're like, you can multi-stream, we don't care anymore. We like that used to, when I started, that you couldn't be an affiliate and multi-stream. But like, for one, I think the content's way too different on YouTube. Like I don't think the two would match. But two, I just I'm like, if there are more people who get integrated, great. But I really have very little like desire to see, like, I don't know how anybody does the like 1,000 viewers streams. It seems insane. I'd feel so bad if too many messages go by that get unread that I have read in people's chats and be like, that's a really sweet message. Wait, that's so sad. Oh, you couldn't make a bad enough plot choice for me to leave. Truly, that was the problem with the Dream SMP. Anyway, I'm sinking. I'm drowning. Like, I'll be the Titanic because I've sunk. You could pull an AFMO my street and I would watch. I don't think I have sunk enough cost into this fallacy. Human? Do you know how many people have randomly shown up and said, who the hell has gifted Human? If anybody has literally sunk too much cost into this fallacy, buddy boy, it's you. Maybe they were right about the soups. Maybe it has misguided your judgment. Maybe that's the case. I've been on stream twice. I have had to log into the VOD. You could get rid of me. First, I'll introduce you as my acquaintance. My acquaintance, Napoleon the Seventh. But that's so. Do you call me Napoleon though? That's the real question. Am I my acquaintance Napoleon the Seventh? If so, that's amazing. My acquaintance Napoleon the Seventh. No relation. That kills. That is a good bit. Can we stop saying phallus? Fallacy. I would never say my streamer. No, I'm not your streamer. No, but wait, what if I start jumping block to block on like a parkour challenge and say, haha, we're just chaotic and what if I go full 2021 Rambo did it so anybody can do it? You know, what if I really zeroed in? I got one of my buddies, I'd never say my streamer. That's my point. What do you mean? I can't be your streamer? I would unfollow you. So there is a way. There is a way. Oh my god. Y'all talk about your online presence? Not me. Not me. I ain't tell nobody about no online presence. Last stream when they were talking about how you've donated 2,500 subs. Not yet. It's crazy. You can round up. My friend Nap, or my acquaintance Napoleon, to people that don't know Twitch. Are they thrown by the name Napoleon? That's the thing that I'm curious. I mean, it is a legitimate name. It's just not the 1800s, you know? I didn't follow those people. People in quote is what, like they were oily slick demons? What do you mean? What do you mean? Like they were offering you a deal with the devil? Not gonna follow them now. I followed Jelly Bean through 2021 to 2022. I can tank it. I'm not sure who that is. Isn't that one of the... Wait, isn't that one of the hermits? Or is it like Empire SMP? Truly, the only thing I shall ever mauled over is how can Napoleon not be brought onto the Empire SMP? Well, oh, just because I don't have hundreds of thousands of subscribers? Okay, but how many of you actually know the Napoleonic Code? You know, how many of you are actually out here doing imperialism? I don't think so. I keep my IRL separate, based and same. There was such a disconnect between I've only ever been caught the once. Mind you, my mind decided to betray me. It went blank, and I told somebody I just love Skype, to which I'm pretty sure he thought I did something else with this setup. But oh my god. I hope I never see that landlord again. He was fine. I just can't look him in the eyes. I just can't look him in the eyes for that. I don't talk about online presence. I just say one of my buddies is into Warhammer. One of my buddies is really into Saw. You specify though, right? I mean, you say, you know, Warhammer, and then say 40K. You'd be like, no, not the DLC, not the second to the party Warhammer for losers. No, the good one, the real one. Real Warhammer. Ugh. I had Minecraft parkour, furry, PNG, tuber cover streamers, friends in 2021, 2023. I can take it. I mean, a lot of those people, I mean, some of them were, like, I don't begrudge any of those people, to be honest. I really don't. I don't know. Lots of people have constantly talked about it being cringe, and I will poke fun at it. But realistically, like, you know, I'm sure some of those people were perfectly pleasant. A handful later on, I remember learning were like psychos, but you know, for the most part, I'm sure they were perfectly pleasant, just having a good time and vibing. Good for them. But they lacked the conviction. Any of the ones that I met for that, a lot of the ones that I did meet, I will say, or engage with, a lot of them ended up being like, we should be friends, and then it became like, when are we streaming together? And I was like, huh? And then very quickly it became, you're not growing fast enough. And I went, what? But I thought, what? The ruins of Leaside. Whoa. My favorite bit is that you love Skype. Yeah, my friend Nap loves Skype. Distraught. Every year holds a vigil over its demise. When I bought Tyler 22 copies of Saw and told cashier one of my buddies really into it, I'm not gonna say my online friend or my Twitch streamer. Trademark. No, but that is funny. Even just one of my friends is really into Saw. I love the idea that like. What for that person was you were the psychic that comes in to see Mello. You were like a character for them. They will have a story forever about the person who came in and bought 22 copies of Saw with the justification of my friend likes it a lot. Gulp. Should have let you on baby MCC. They should let me on MCC now! Scott Smager, please! Please, I know King B-Dogs. I mean, not personally or in any way I've had a conversation with him, and I think he accidentally followed me back on Twitter, and I've never used Twitter again in the hope that he just will never realize, but please! This was actually one of the harder builds. On account of the fact that it was like the setup, film, burn to the ground, and build ruins was genuinely such a pain. Invisible mic setup for the Invisible Man. I'm no longer friends with many reasons. I can make fun of the specific ones I have friends with. No, because it was always networking when I just wanted to play Minecraft with friends who streamed. Networking truly was like a cancer on that period. It was truly the one end all be all for so many of people. Oh. So did you build all Leaside then blow it up, or is it like another world a million miles away or something? No, because it was close enough. I built it. Oh, well, first I cut down most of this forest to make the footprint for it, and then I built it. Then I filmed it, and then what I did was I replanted a bunch of the trees. And it was like, oh, mines are closed by order of the Varden Dominion. The mines are closed, and then I built in the ruins afterwards. Jesus Christ. Listen, it was not, listen, first of all, it was the I couldn't go outside. I couldn't go outside. All I could do was all I could do was finish online class, log into my, not do my work, log into Minecraft, play. You wouldn't anyway. The thing I tell people about my friend is that I made art of his OC on January 6th, or I would tell them, why are you related me to January 6th? I was in class during that. That was what was great. I was in the midst of like a presentation for political theory. It was crazy. I, however, am now networking. I am here for 5 years to get you to on stream with me for your Yeah? Yeah, is that so? Cashier at Second Show asked me multiple times if I knew I was buying the same movie 12 times, and I was like, yeah, don't worry, my friend's a collector. And then one of the boxes had 2 copies of the in the box for some reason, and she was like, ah, nice. Don't worry, my friend. That is, for the Saw movie specifically, that is such an alarming response. That is genuinely such an alarming response. I don't think you understand. The idea of, no, my friend's a collector, they love the Saw movies. I would think you're a serial killer. I would think you're using this to go set up a room full of like 100 televisions all playing it. You know what I mean? Need to go to bed now. Good night, nap. Night, Gwen. Sleep well, dude. I was watching GSMP War stream and looked at my TV my parents had on. Staring like, huh? That's sure. Oh God. Truly, truly. What a moment. Your Honor, he just really likes traps. Me defending Fred from Scooby-Doo. Your Honor, you don't understand. He just really enjoys a good trap. Maybe that's the secret origin of Jigsaw. Is he's actually just he's a puppet made by Fred. One time I picked up 2 discs at Goodwill. I was like, 70-year-old black lady talked about how much she loved those movies. And I was like, huh, I didn't think you were the demographic. No, I mean, yeah, like somebody who's super, I mean, it always is something when somebody's like super duper old. And you're just like, you like this slasher film? Huh. I did not see that coming. I mean, perfectly fine response, but I didn't. I wouldn't have predicted that, you know? Black people can't. I don't think that was MJ. Not the part of it. Yeah, I don't think that was MJ's point. Brett is just autistic about traps. Oh. I mean, everybody, you know, every gang has somebody who's got a fixation on something, you know? It's the way of the world. I get to make my mom and dad watch Project Hail Mary in half an hour. Yo, it's so good, dude. Ryan Gosling is genuinely like electric in that movie. Like, unbelievably. What's a word for not at all charismatic and yet deeply charismatic? What is a word for like just like, I bought a copy of the movie on YouTube based autistic. Who said that? No, I was gonna take a turn of phrase actually. Speaking of the old of all the old PNG 2021 PNG tubers, a soaking wet little meow meow. That's what he. We're gonna move along. Anyway, he's just a little guy, you know. He has some swag, low key, you know. He's you know, he's a quirked up white boy with a little bit of style. Is he goated with the sauce? Who's to say? You is crazy. But that is one of the first shipwrecks we found, which was also part of the lore. Yes. Ryland Grace and Dapper is similar to. Did you just say that I'm not at all charismatic? But gosh darn it, you root for me anyway? Wait a minute. The one unbelievable part of about that movie, though, I will say, the most unbelievable part about that movie was, everybody, the universe is ending and some of these astronauts might die, and they left him alone. They left him alone at the point. Nobody was coming over to see his sign of a time. Nobody's coming over like, hey, what do you want to head somewhere? Nobody. Come on, you have to cast a less. Surely you have to cast a less attractive actor for that scene. Like that, in no capacity was that happening, but all right. Stay in your lane, Nap. What does that mean? What do you mean stay in my lane? What is my lane? He's a soaking wet cat in a cardboard box. Exactly. Wait, but I'm not though. I mean, in a really positive way. You're so endearing, Nap. No, I'm not. I'm deeply toxic, and I rage bait and needle at people, and I'm deeply argumentative and a narcissist. Elvis ratio. Wait, no. Based. I think they're calling you autistic, but I'm not. You guys can't just keep getting away with this. You can't just keep showing up and be like, Nap, if not ADHD, why do I think ADHD? I got the papers. One of these days, sub goal. One of these days, I'm gonna bring back. I'm gonna go grab the paperwork for all of what the doctors had said for my 3 days of tests from eons ago, and they will prove. They will, and glory shall ring out upon the land as it is proven, and I am brought justice on high. That these are not that I am neurotypical. I am not at all in any capacity neurodivergent. Not that there'd be anything wrong with it if I am, but I'm not. So I'm not taking that stolen valor, you know? I am a coward. I can't do this. I can't even moonwalk, but I put the not in the astronaut type sentence. Oh my God. Nab, you have to accept that I believe you could do the Hail Mary mission. Oh, no. Rocky could. If Rocky were there. I am not you, gang. I swear I've told this story before, and if not, this will solidify it. You gotta realize I'm big dum dum. You gotta realize in senior year, there was a standardized test and I was in chemistry, and we took it, and it was the end of the year, and then we were getting things back, and it was right before grades would be handed out and the like, and you needed it to graduate. You would not graduate if you didn't pass your science course. And guess what, buddy boy? Did my teacher, shout out to my teacher, I was about to say his name, shout out to him. He knows who he is. Mr. S, you know who you are. He shout out, because he took me aside. He said, Nap, hold on back for a second. Everybody else was leaving. I went, oh, here to congratulate me on how sick and cool and awesome I am. Right, sure. Surely that is what he is doing. Anyway, he held me back for a second to say, so, what's up, slugger? What's the old plan for after high school? What are you gonna do, huh? I said, well, you know, I'm tentatively accepted into blank colleges with like these universities and like, and you know, I'm probably gonna go into there, and I'm gonna probably go on to do like maybe poli-sci or history. Probably gonna study law eventually, and then, you know, go on from there. I said, hey, so like, not science, right? Not STEM, not science. I said, well, no, I don't really. I mean, it interests me deeply. I have a real interest in it. I love it. I don't feel it's my acumen is most suited for such a thing, you know? Right, okay, yeah. You promise? Like you promise? You're not going. You promise me. Promise me. Promise me. Right now, I'm being serious. Promise me. You're not going into science, right? Yeah, mister, I'm not going into science, dude. I promise. Great, you'll pass with 51%. Good. You're good. You'll pass. I said, huh? Congratulations. Go on, graduate. Yee! So, because he's a real one, because all my others, you know, I was an A+ for like everything. I was doing hot in everything else, you know? Any of the humanities that I was taking, I was doing gangbusters, baby. Not so in science. And in fact, I didn't take math in my senior year. I didn't have to for the place I was going. For that exact reason. And so with that in mind, he was like, well, if you're not doing it, then that shouldn't be the reason that you don't graduate this year. I said, yeah. So all this to say, I would not help on the Hail Mary mission. Oh God. As in like the moral parts. I don't think you know anything about astrophage. I know what you meant. I just needed to make it abundantly clear. I was not getting anywhere on that level. Me and Tyler were explaining to Merlfriend how you're not ADHD and not a gay icon to so many men. To so many men. I was like, oh, now I'm a gay icon. What is happening? What's happening? My God, you accidentally date a man, and suddenly icon. My God. The city and all your failures in dating to both genders. What do you mean failures? What do you mean failure? Come on. Why? So what I'm hearing is I've been slandered to Merlfriend. What I'm hearing is I've been defamed. You made me me sound bad. You're making it sound like I'm just some loser. I'm so cool and awesome and sick. The only class I struggled with English because I simply could not force myself to write an essay I had absolutely no interest in. That's fair. Happens. We told the truth tomorrow, friend. No, you lied. You lied. In the words of one Kendrick Lamar to Drake, you lied. Oh, God. Holy moly. Is that my go-to expression of surprise? Cut the cameras. Cut the cameras. He didn't even say that. He did. What do you mean? Fake fan. You lied. Is literally what happens. It's in Euphoria. You're wrong. You lied about religious view. You lied about your everything. Lied about your surgery, your past tense. All is perjury. Fake fan. My God. He absolutely did say that. To Drake specifically. May have been Meet the Grams, actually, now that I think about it. That was Meet the Grams. Nap doesn't know ball. I do know! Well, I retract my statement. My final paper over nuclear power as an alternative, though. Hey! Alternative energy? I don't know how to get this temple when you spin around so much. What do you mean? It seems very obvious how to get there. Seems pretty obvious to me. Gang, I may have spun around too much. Gang, maybe I spun around too much. Or it's this way. It should be this way. Because I was gonna say, no, I'm pretty sure. I think I'm still on course. I think I'm still on target. Think it's that way? I think. 0 landmarks. No, we went through the spruce forest and that's involved in it. Hello, zombie. I think you're gonna quote it, don't tell no lies about me, I won't tell truths about you. No, that would be a good quote as well. But no, I was quoting when he gets all spooky. When he gets all spooky with the with the feathered on voices that go, you lied. Our final was an essay over a wide variety of topics, and one of them was the viability of nuclear power versus more traditional alternatives. Well, that seems like something you would be interested in then. Because at least off of like the interests you've noted before. I'm pretty sure I didn't get that far off. I love Kendrick Lamar. Best. He's incredible, and Drake is a creep. So you know, it was only easier to like him. I'm completely normal about nuclear power. I mean, go off about it. It is a subject that fascinates me. I deeply believe that we should make the transition to it. But alas, most people, especially because you can turn old coal power plants into nuclear. Sorry. I was about to blew my mind. When the Jang met up, I was obsessively checking Kendrick Twitter because he posted a picture and everyone thought that meant a new album was coming. Like another one after GNX? Ain't no way. Dude, that'd be so soon. It should be around and over, truth be told. And if it's not, well, Well, yep, I see it. I know where we are. I knew it. I knew I didn't get lost. I knew, because literally right there, if you follow this, is where we were. And if I kept going, I would have gone down and then up and then down. I knew I could get here. Spin around is how I always get here. Spun around in a circle like 20 times. And yet my original trajectory was still the correct one. I overcorrected after being asked, nah, but I think you've spun around too many times. Ooh, I should have trusted my gut. Ooh. It's gonna look real bad if I don't find it now. Ooh. Yeah. I have no idea where we are because it all took the same. It doesn't though. You guys just haven't paid attention. Mind you, you know what? Valid and fair. You guys haven't run back and forth and back and forth. The amount of times I had to run back and forth for this to both get materials because my base is nowhere near it, and then also run back and forth like because streams were coming up, and at the time I was like, I can't not stream Minecraft because nobody wants to watch other things. It's an empty Minecraft world. Wrong. You missed the shipwreck back there, and you missed the I just remember what biome comes after what biome. Also, the hills look right, and this water, like that water that's flowing broken, that is a landmark. You just don't have the landmarks. But that was the first landmark. No, it's not been the first landmark. I haven't pointed out the landmarks as we've gone. They're landmarks that I know, though. Like, they're not landmarks that you'd be like, ah, yes, the perfect landmark. I need 10 more albums, but how he hates every rapper on earth. I need him to keep going, continue, and get J. Cole the Weeknd on it. See, if he had the Weeknd appear on any of those, it, like, truly the more diabolical thing. See, told you. Because it's like, that is the vocal Canadian star to Drake's quote-unquote rap Canadian star, you know? I feel crazy. I can show you the landmarks that I've been using as we go back, if that helps. Comparison being made are the equivalent measuring vehicle safety by the Model T. Sorry, 1 second. If I hear one more person, but they're dangerous, I'm gonna sing someone. Oh, entirely. In the same way that, like, even if you look at the amount of deaths caused by different meltdowns that have happened, like the Fukushima meltdown, if you look at the damage and death caused by that, it is still less than 1 year of death and injury on oil rigs. I trust you. I saw that. I just don't even know. Fair. And that's also that's somewhat intentional. Now that I think about it, I probably shouldn't declare what are the landmarks. I don't need to climb this mountain. I need to follow the edging. Because of psychological ties. Get a glimpse on nuclear energy make me nervous because of everything else that has been done with nuclear technology. That's psychological ties, though. That's like it is. Like that's the thing is I think it's media like the cultural zeitgeist around it, particularly because of how media has been like used it so often to like demonstrate deeply destructive moments. Speaking of, if anybody's ever not watched the miniseries, HBO miniseries Chernobyl, go watch it. I'm blanking on his name, not Richard Harris, but it's his son. Richard Harris's son is phenomenal in it. He's good in everything. He's phenomenal. He's one of my favorite actors. He's so good in it. God, why am I blanking on his first name though? Like, Richard Harris is his dad. I would never ever spin in circles like crazy because I would lose location immediately. Well, that's why they call me the human GPS, you know? That's why, you know, nose like a hound dog, able to retrace my steps like that. Like you wouldn't believe. Look at that freak hiding in there. Something else, I'd probably not get scared. I need to watch that every few months. I have nuke site hyperfixation. Understandable. It's so good. I still haven't watched it though. It's so good. I mean, it's concerning, but like it's about the Chernobyl. So it's like, oh, this goes into some like deeply like, oh, horrific stuff. So if you already have issues with like nuclear fallout and the like, it may not be the best choice. For MJ, actually, MJ, have you watched it? I'd be very curious to know your thoughts. In part because I wish it would some elements of it would be used, would translate more into Fallout. I feel Fallout does not represent radiation correctly, if that makes sense. The only argument I'll concede to is our government's penchant for maintaining critical infrastructure. That is fair. Equally, you know, there is something to be said about currently there is nobody has gone, you know, off the deep end and caused a meltdown to cause damage intentionally. You know what I mean? It's never been used like weaponized that way intentionally. But I would say, as was evident with in the war in Ukraine, with Russia just shelling near Chernobyl and the like, it seems like people are increasingly less and less locked in on like observance to like the dangers it could present, you know? No, but I'd be interested just for the historic stuff, not even just the video games. Yeah, well, that's the thing is like, even just the performances alone are just so phenomenally good. It's worth watching, you know? It's one of those once in a blue moon type things. Everybody's like just like at their best, if that makes sense. Anyway, this was one of the biggest builds I think we ever did. This is one of the single larger, probably the most extreme build I ever did. It was also a pandemic build, exactly. It was also a pandemic build. So I was doing this while listening to deep dives on like the lore of Dune. and also I was building this whilst I was just quarantined for because people I lived with had traveled, and that meant that I could no longer leave. I think there was that, and then also I was in this during I was building. There's so many. I have so many memories building it. Like a memories, like of like in one ear is like MCC going. Watching Minecraft. Fields of Minecraft, my beloved. Hard to watch whilst building. Not because he's hard to watch, but because noises of Minecraft will play and I'll go, and it's not even nothing's happening. You know, it's so funny. I built up so like. I built in this back area with like the chest and like that. And there's really such little use in the back and like. And I was also really learning building from a lot of this build. Like I truly do not think of myself as a builder. I do, although despite this being an original build and stuff like that, it's like I don't personally. Yeah, I don't personally know much about building it. So it was like watching, I remember I was, people in the Discord were talking about like Grian as a person to watch for building, because somebody else had asked about building. And I was like, write that down. Oh, I'll do. There's a local structure that could wipe out multiple cities if it fails. And the most recent safety report has stated that it's a miracle. It's still standing. Oh God. Has it been long enough? Can I ask a question? Sure. I play the same game as you sometimes. Wait, I play the same game as you sometimes, and it drives me insane. is the implication the sea used to be so high that it got here? Do I want to answer? I think I should answer it. Yes and no, basically, is the answer to that. So yes, the seas used to be higher. Is part of the lore in this world, but equally, part of how this was put here has to do with the lore of what is outside beyond it. Gee, how did a thing happen like this? Like, how did we end up that got trapped where it was, or stabbed onto a giant jagged rock? Oh yeah, this was the most dangerous thing for lore I've ever done. I totally could, because I think I did this lore live. It was before I started recording lore. Like pre-recording lore, like I would record it and then fade to it. Like it was before that, and boy, the lava that began falling from this, if I didn't open this door quick enough, or if it didn't happen, like if it messed up in any way, I was dead. Yeah, man, you did it. We got the riddle wrong. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I had to be like, oh no, they must have meant like, and I was like, hey, if they get the riddle wrong, like I totally wanted it to be a chat decision as to whether or not I was in danger. That's right. Anyway, and here's like a miniature version of like, this is sort of a map, quote unquote, of the temple outside. Which originally the lore just gets to this, and then we came up to here, and then Big Eye of Ender, and then and then there's giants, baby, giants. Ooh, ah. I think part of this also came out of, at the time, I think, I'm trying to recall, I think Epic, the musical, or well, the concept album, it's not a musical. I think they had recently, like I saw from Wolfie Witch, if anybody know that animator, had put an animatic to a sequence where they're dealing with the Cyclops. And then I had also been, that had led me to reading through the Odyssey and that whole island of the giants and stuff like that. And I think that idea of like a ship getting like wrecked whilst also having dealt with giants began the inspiration for this. Equally, it was the opening to an idea of like, you know, things were here. It was expanding on the already existing Minecraft lore of the idea of like, you know, things were here before we were here. This is also one of the only times I've ever come back and built additional lore. Please. Where there was then a new build here. Stream Streak 187! W. 5 years and 187 streams. Additional lore was radical. It really, because this was done, I think, on the 2-year anniversary. No, the 3-year anniversary. This was the major lore. Where we came back, we were doing the tour of all the lore. And then we found an additional thing, which then led out to here. One of the biggest builds we've ever done. Just an insanely large build that had no reason to be. Too many hours were put into this. God, wow, building lore in hardcore is so difficult. It was so deadly. Oh, I almost died so many times. There is a recording somewhere, so I should find it, of literally, I can't ever post it. I swear like a sailor at it, because my God, dude. So many, like from those, before I had them lit up, like creepers would fall from so many little crevices and explode on me. I'd be brought down to like 1 heart. Oh my God, I started wearing, I have a set of armor buried somewhere in here because there's at a lot of these builds, whenever I'm done, I just build a chest underneath, and then I think it's in this area somewhere, double chest, and then I put all the items that I used to then go back and just never think about it again. Anyway, there's a set of blast protection armor that I ended up putting in because of how many creepers kept falling. 1 heart. Oh yeah. Same way that there's a recording of me like slowly like my way into to try to find the netherite blueprints. Oh man, that was also nearly deadly because the hoglins, or no, sorry, piglin brutes. It's time to donate 250 love. No, it's not. Send it. Yeah, you know what? Send it to human. That is what you do. I think my favorite thing about the hardcore world is that you aren't like a Hermitcraft amazing builder. It feels like a Minecraft structure. I appreciate that. I don't know, like it is, I'm learning, or it's all kind of a learning experience. I don't know how to do the really good, they're wizards, man. I don't know how they plan out builds the way they do. It blows my mind, trying to like figure out even just patterning and stuff like that. And I think some of it is I will likely never shake, because it's so fun. Like I will see videos of like, you know, TikToks of like member nostalgia videos that are like, yeah, look at how we used to build it. We used to think this was cool, of like the Hunger Games maps or whatever. I'm like, oh man, it still does look cool. What do you mean? Oh, jeez. And so I think it's not even a nostalgia thing. I think it's just like, for me, that's how you build in Minecraft. And so I don't know if I will ever shake that vibe, you know? You posted the quick build of this one, but I need the swig. I did. This is also the one, and I think only time I actually bothered to post, like to cut out and do a quick build of it, because I was like, that might be interesting to somebody, but I don't think it's an interesting enough build for that. Also, the channel wasn't really going in that direction. I'm still waiting for you to die off camera. We just get a message in Discord. It's like, hey guys, so something happened. I did an oopsie. I think it'll just be a message being like, so you guys are all free. Well, a lot of this was also about trying to figure out iconography of things. You know what I mean? Like each one of these and like how they look is reminiscent of another piece of lore. It's been 5 years, I'll just say. So each one of these should probably have some sort of beacon on them, but they don't. Nap doesn't fully understand that yet, character Nap, but yeah, he lacks a beacon. Oh, this is my old bed, I didn't realize that. These should, if you look at are the period that should have beacons. There's soul magic here and the like, you know, it's I will drag your soul back into your body. You're not tired. I think some of it is they use Lightmatic and creative testing. Well, yeah, which in fairness, I remember Sam had talked to me about that, which was the idea of, yeah, like that mod that like lets you use blueprints and stuff like that. It feels cheating. I don't know. Like that's wrong. I don't mean that, because creators can use it all the live long day. And who knows? Maybe I ought to. I don't know. But it's like, actually, the real behind the scenes. Wait a second. I just remembered. Is the absolute, oh my god, just divots down of being like, I just need more stone. There's another really huge pit, I think, down this way. Or I think, yeah, begin to like, anytime you see like a little bit. I'll never be free of the nap grind. The nap grind never stops watching stream at the wedding. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I'd be embarrassed because I'd be there officiating. What do you mean? Oh yeah, down there I also was mining. Just so many areas where like I was trying to mine close by so I didn't have to keep running back. But I was like, but I can't make it obvious that there's a mine somewheres. Like I need this to look like nobody's been here in forever. And then I don't know if you could see it from this angle. There's fallen debris down there. Like there's stuff that never came up is the thing. There's stuff that never came up. I don't know why I do this with the builds. I have such a feeling, maybe it's a Dungeons and Dragons, I don't know, like such a feeling of need of like, oh, but I need like, you know, that's a collapsed structure down into that. And like, oh, well, I need it to like feel lived in and real. Like there should be answers to things of like, what structure was this? And there needs to be a reason for a thing to be, and I shouldn't just be there, and so on and so forth. And it's like such a, oh my god, things that would never appear on camera, so I'm not sure why I did them. No, Nap, I agree with you. I feel like I'm cheated if I use it. It's just like a thing of like, it saves time, but I'm like, and that's not to say, excuse me, I have certainly roughed out a structure as an idea in a creative world before, like a super flat creative world, and I just rough out a structure in there. But I don't like, when I rough out those structures, I try not to like, I don't ever want it to be a total one-to-one translation, because things will change as I built it the first time versus what I do next. And then also I still have to obtain the materials in this world. So it's like, oh, part of the problem, for instance, when I roughed out an idea of the castle, I never considered how hard quartz would be to get. I didn't even complete the castle in that rough. I just went, yeah, I like that look. I'm fairly certain this is my favorite lore build. It's so rad and big and open and excited. It was additional lore on top of another lore. And I did, first of all, that's fantastic, but I loved that it like connected in a way that made sense. Like that other lore was very standalone. Also, this bowl felt very, it was the generation of Minecraft had changed, like how topographically it was generated. When I discovered there was behind the giants, like this great big bowl, I was like, I have to use this. I have to, like, surely. Similarly, I don't know if we ever even really came to the to what was once a bridge to a nether gateway kind of thing. It's like, oh, like what are the, like the goal with this was very much, I have answers to what lots of these things are, and I should probably stop saying what they are. You know, who knows? Maybe it doesn't go to the nether. Who knows? But like, this was a build I wanted to be very much a thing of like, what, like, whoa, what are these things? What were their purposes, etc., etc., etc. Also, it was the one and only way I could figure out how to be like, I was like, if I decided, I was like, if I'm going to have to make up a way for like the Eye of Ender to show up so that people know that it exists, you know what I mean? Then like, by God, we're making something real. You know, it's like, I was like, if I have to myself put in lore for like why the Ender Eye exists, it was some of the first like lore that I was making where I was like, it's not connected to the main story, but like it's connected, but it's like Minecraft doesn't have a way to learn that. And I was like, then I need it to be big and flashy. The marriage will be the stream. My God. It pissed me off that you never went into the side buildings in the cliffs. Well, that's because, I mean, some of it, as you can see, like, some of it certainly had other elements built into it. And, like, in here is the whole build for, and you're actively saying you know what they are, and I'm pissed off. I mean, you've seen some of the inside of that one, I'm pretty sure, and I think maybe some of the inside of that one. I think you can see the torchlight from when I was last in there. And up in there, I think that one, because you have to take that stair, and I think that's actually relatively hollowed out in the mountain behind it. Or not, who knows, maybe not. Forget that, because maybe that'll be lower later, I forget. I have to reconvene my notes. Same way this giant, ooh, wow, I don't, who knows what this big purple thing is, you know, hard to say, hard to say. Wow. Who's to say? Who's to say what this big thing is? With all the different chests and the like. Oh yeah, I forgot a creeper blew up. I think that was when we were showing off this place another time. But yeah, all these different levels that I was like really excited to have gotten to build, and like each like, brother, I was out here reading books on Mayan infrastructure, like what the different tiers of temples were meant to mean in those societies, to be like, no, I have to have reasons. Oh, in part because it mattered to me. Same with the like use of crying obsidian. It was important to me. Like I was like, I want this lore reason to make sense. If it makes sense to me, then like if I believe in the reasoning, then I feel like you can believe in the reasoning. You know what I mean? Similarly, when we came in and found this little bit of all the different things, which I took the books with me. Oh, stupendous. It's easily, I'm glad it's your favorite, but it's easily probably one of my favorite builds. It is the biggest lore build. I mean, it was such a pain building it in hardcore, but I'm so glad that I was able to accomplish it. But for sake of time, we gotta start heading back. It's Hail Mary time. Wish me luck because my parents hate it. I think I'll die. They won't. They will think it's a maze. They will think it's a maze. You gotta believe. Best of luck. Later, Mello. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, dude. Boy. I gotta go, my friend. Mac and cheese. My God. Anyway. Let's not worry about the soul torch in there and where that goes. Let's not worry about that soul torch. Also, making lore that I had to parkour mid like while being like not my best choice. I was so weird because if I messed it up mid lore, it would have looked so stupid. It would have looked so stupid, dude. Oh man, I don't think you guys have ever really seen me leave this place. Oh, I don't leave it very cleanly. I like slowly make my way up the side here every time. But anyway, this is the build that I would say took years off my life. You know, I will never get them back. Bald Nap Truthers, it took all my hair. I need to explore your world and your notes and everything, man. Pisses me off. I want to be able to influence you to go into the side build. It's so much harder than we really could. MJ really wants to just hack my mouse and keyboard. It was like, no, I'm taking control. We are going. Well, and that's because, like, especially for the interiors, a lot of the interiors I left out of the video because I was like, oh, I'm gonna leave these out for the side buildings because when and how they get used is liable to come up in lore as it goes, you know? 13 and bald. I'm not 13. My God. You can't keep that up, though. It's bad enough Tyler does. 5 years ago, I thought we could push you to go into the side buildings. Now I know better. Well, in fairness, some of it, like, that's the thing is I did want it to be a thing of like you guys getting the feeling of like having some control of how the lore would turn out. Jesus Christ. Strange how they're attracted to this area. Anyway. They which is why, you know, I made it like, yeah, they could set off the trap. I knew which one it was, and I intentionally was like, what do you guys think? Because I don't know, I think that interactive bit is fun, and that is part of what I feel is lost with the pre-recorded elements of the lore. But with the nature of lore needing to be built so far away from like our main area, for the most part, it's like kind of necessitates that it gets pre-recorded, you know? What else started interactive and slowly became more story-based? The year's joke won't work because Mello already left. Huh? Mello already left. Well, now I'm confused. Nap Hardcore World is homestuck. One of these days, I'm gonna have to consume that content. I know I have been warned against it, but you can't make a comparison and not have me be like, Well, actually, maybe I shouldn't, because then I'll worry that I'll rip it off. So many tourists in Boston today. It's like there's some sort of world event happening. Crazy, I know. Just one of those days. Actually, there are a good number of Endermen out around here. But anyway, like I said before, I think Gred had asked before, was it like, yeah, I'm not certain, but probably if the hardcore world ever came to an end, it would come to an end with a cleaned up document of all the like what ifs and or like story beats that were there. Because it's interesting to me, like there are things that I have put into the lore that for me, like when you write something or make something, it's like it feels very obvious and no one ever picked up on, which is good. It's fair, like totally fair. Because it's like, this is informing Nap as a character, but like that doesn't mean the audience necessarily has to know. And the world download. The crazy thing is also, this world could just end by us going to the end. To be so for real, like we have never opened the end in this world because and it's gone through so many versions that it actually could present a problem, because like I know glitches have happened. Like that's how Phil's I think lost his 4th hardcore world or 3rd hardcore world was a glitch like that. And I know changes have occurred in this world in a way of like the seed has had problems at times in certain areas because it's been so many iterations. You mentioned this issue a lot and I ignore it. I go, nuh-uh. Well, that's the thing. That's why I'm like, man, I wonder if putting that off is like, I wonder if that's beneficial or if I have screwed myself. Unfortunately, I'm an idiot at picking up on implications. That's fine. Yeah, see, there's the ship. That's what the main was. I know you said you saw it before. Like this area of coastline is one of the main telltales for me, even before the ship. I got very specific ways to figure out where I'm going. You wouldn't have a Nautilus to punch. I didn't mean to punch it. Can't you downgrade your game? That would make things so much worse. Yeah, I was gonna say that would actually create a lot of problems, because then there are blocks that exist in this file, like in this game file, that would not exist anymore. Like you gotta like how many blocks have been added that just becomes like like the game goes, wait, I can't open this world. It has blocks that aren't compatible with this version in it. You know what I mean? That's one of the things. Like once you update your world, you can't really unupdate it easily, at least. Okay, good. Not a thunderstorm. That was my main concern. Yo, Link, how do? How's life? How's a wife? How's the kids? Welcome to my anniversary of 5 years of 5 years in a hardcore world. Yippee yahoo! Phil's a Minecraft teacher heart out. You know, I mean, I think he's on 7, but whatever. Felt like 500. Which is so funny because realistically, for the last, probably with the last year, we've probably played the least amount of Minecraft. Happy anniversary! Yo, the anniversary! And it really is. It feels in many ways like my streamer anniversary. It's not, but like it feels like it because it's when so many people originally arrived. Like it's when streaming went from like, yeah, you got like a handful to like, oh, there are people here who are like actively chatting. It was like you know, the lead up to it, like May into June was where that started to happen. That's how I became an affiliate. And then like my TikTok started doing really well, and it was 2021 and people were just like, we're checking people out online. Get the lore going again. I love it. I love the variation game, but I do love lore a lot. Well, that's the thing is, I do like it a lot. I had shelved it. There was 3 things that have put a delay on it. 1 was some rewrites. 2 was the same reason that the rewrites had to happen, which led me to get sad. 3 has been a lot of issues, just IRL, that I don't really want to, that I probably shouldn't get into. And then 4 has just been, I was like, people seem to be enjoying the variation, and I was enjoying the time off, you know? Because at that point, it had been 4 years of like Minecraft. So like having a year that was really like branching out was fun. But I am glad to hear that you like the look, because like, that's the thing is like, it's also become like it does and doesn't enter my mind of like, is Minecraft lore roleplay really something people, I have fun doing it, but is it really something people are looking for in the big 2.6? Hard to say. I like various game, you write good stuff. Stop. You can't compliment my writing. This is criminal. It really, I will say, I don't take credit for writing. I think it all is just I applied the principles of world building for D&D in this. I just went, what would be a good D&D campaign, and then kind of just like ripped off that and used Minecraft lore for it. I'm not looking for it from other people, but I'm stuck here. Yeah, the tire broke down. You're stuck in the tent. It's the Hotel California. Check in anytime you want. You can't ever leave. It is an amazing, like, I don't know. It's an amazing privilege and treat, though, to get to be like, it sounds so self-aggrandizing, but to get to be like a streamer who has had like ups and downs and of like viewership at different times, like that then result in like there's so many individuals that I remember and like have such like clear, distinct like snapshots of them in a moment, in a time, in a year, that have probably gone off and become totally different people. Gone off to do better things, because lots of people came here, like, a lot of people that I like were here first when it was still like COVID, or like were here during specific times in their lives, in bad marriages, or in they were like, it was an escape from issues at school, and then they graduated and are in college now, things to take time off, like their schedules shifted or whatever it may be, and it's like some who went on to go become cool, great, amazing animators, and it's like, what a joy, what an absolute joy, I guess it is, to get to like hang out with people and have people come in and out. I think that is the great thing about streaming in that way, that like will probably be the drug of it that I can never quit, is just the purity. Like, it's thrilling, I guess is the best way for it, word for it, to be able to know, like, yeah, somebody might stumble in, like, hey, what's going on here? Chat with them for a little bit, and you get to hear about, like, when Austro-Hungry comes in. Like, I now know about, like, more about what's going on in Mexico, and for the changes that have gone on there, and then also for the World Cup and the build-up, and they're probably off at a fantastic birthday watching the World Cup. Similarly, it's like, Caleb, we're just getting to learn more about France and getting to get interesting tidbits here and there about his D&D game and his Eric Cochra that he played. Like so many little things. Chicken Butler's history paper that he was writing, that he interviewed me for. It was crazy. Mythic gone on to go become a phenomenal animator. Pink, who's gone on to go do other wonderful things in their life, and their schedules entirely shifted, and didn't live in La Vida Loca, so far as I'm aware. It's just really like amazing things. Bees getting to go on and do other things. And sure, like, they drop by every on occasion, and it's fantastic anytime I get to see them. But it's this wondrous thing, I guess, to be, I don't know, not not necessarily a person in their life, but like a place? Does that make sense? That sounds too self-aggrandizing, but I guess that's what I mean. A place they used to go, and then maybe they don't now, but that doesn't mean, like, not necessarily for bad reasons, you know? There are a few people I knew that I've fallen out of contact with, but this reminds me of them sometimes. Well, and that's what I mean. It's like that being institution's too strong of a word, but like a place where people can congregate, and you get to like see those people for the time that they're there, and then they go forward and they go on and they do whatever. Is this amazing thing? I get the comparison I can draw is at best a teacher, not in any way that I've taught anybody anything, but rather just the idea that, yeah, you have people, you have students for a year and then they're gone. You might see them in the hallways for a little bit and then they're gone out of the building entirely and then off to wherever. And I think that's a phenomenal thing about this side of streaming that I do think is lost when you get into the much bigger chats. Not to say that it's not fun to also see a chat go by. I know not everybody loves it, but I get a kick whenever I see his chat go by. A streamer says something that goes nodders, like people. That's great. I get a kick out of that. Mob mentality of a chat. Insane, can be funny, and can be so is similar, you know, to be like an audience or energy of like a crowd. There's an energy to that. Anyway, I'm waxing on lyrical. I don't mean to be doing that. I'm just reminiscing about the old days. Oh, also, this is one of the other is one of the other landmarks is that I'm on the far side of Leaside. You go past the Leaside area to continue on to go there in the lights. That's another one of the telltale signs. Though I usually give Leaside a wide berth when I do. Well, yeah, we're basically home now. Yeah, it's the same trip every time. I don't know. Seems landmark to me. It's like, oh, there's the lava pool. Oh, there's the large ravine, you know? The ravine that opens up in the spruce forest. The real question is, where's the boat? I didn't bring it with me because it had a chest of things and I broke it open earlier in the stream. Then I went, oh, and then I didn't want to bring it again, and then I didn't make a new boat. Nollish! I don't think I've ever mentioned it. Did you ever see the monetization for all the Twitch thing back in May? Huh? I did not, huh? Did you ever see the monetization for all Twitch thing back in May? Oh, wait, do you mean that they did away with the affiliate program and that it's just like everyone can monetize now? But you left your stuff with it. Well, no, the stuff that I left with it was stuff that was already in it when I got into it. Like that boat, that chest boat wasn't empty when I got into it. But here, we'll go back to that because I need to bring it back to the dock anyway. Thought I crashed for a second. It stuttered so quickly where I stopped in front of a boat. I was like, did I crash? Well, you still have to be affiliate to get money, but subs and bits you earn. If you aren't affiliate, the only thing you can do with cash is buy other subs and bits. Wait, huh? Well, you still have to be affiliate to get the money from the subs and bits you earn. If you aren't affiliate, the only thing you can do with the cash is buy other subs. That's crazy. That's bonkers. That seemed, that doesn't seem good, per se. Over there, by the way, is Christmas Land. It's technically not exactly lore, but it is lore, you know? Oh, wait, you know what? I didn't go to one of the older, this was one of the older, like, not full on like a full on lore thing, but like a lore thing that I was still figuring out how to do, like where we would do it and then went right back to regular stream afterwards. Candyland. I said Christmas Land. Did I say Candyland? I meant Christmas Land. I even thought Christmas Land. I don't have a hoarding problem in video games at all. But you left stuff in it. Human, are you the type, you know, I wouldn't doubt it. You're the type who like dies with health potions still like in the inventory, just like, but they could come useful later. You stumble over your word candy. Oh, so you're just absolutely cooking me. Okay. Hey, it's my friends. It's an adult zombie in gold armor. That's kind of like that's kind of like what it takes to fill. I stop all my things. Christmas Land turned into one of the most important lores ever. That's true. It did actually. It also went into one of my first one of the more experimental lore sections. I don't think I can easily get to the ballroom. Actually, in fairness. So we probably won't be able to show that one off today. This actually has been used many times, but most notably, this was the first indication towards the Ender Temple. My 3 double chests of dirt. But it's my dirt, my god. Human has to be restrained as human spits on the idea of having like a disposal, like lava disposal in the home. He goes, what? Get rid of block? Oh, ballroom's also wonderful. That was one that I really enjoyed. That was also one that was inspired by I think I've said this before, but if not, a part 1 of a 2-part thing. I think the part 2 I never actually finished. That was inspired from the musical Anastasia. I think it's the song is called the Once in a December Dream or Once in a December Dream or Upon a December, anyway, whatever it's called. Once Upon a Dream, I think is what it's called. No. Anyway, there's a song from that inspired the ballroom one, and there's a subsequent one that I've yet to get to in that musical if you're ever curious about where lore may head, about the past potentially of this world, there is a song in that musical that specifically relates to, do I want to say? Oh yeah, why not? That relates to an issue and or falling out and or confrontation. We'll say betwixt one Sufyan and a past nap. Who knows which past nap? Anyway. Let's stop leaving things hanging, Jesus. I finished my statement. I listen. It's a next quantity. That lore will probably still come up. But if you want the vibe of it early, then then you can have it by listening to what there's. Just if you can figure out which song. I'm hearing. I'm listening. I'm learning. All I will say is there was tension at one point regarding a decision that may or may not involve why I think it will probably involve why the end was sealed. Who did that and why? To harm or protect who? Who's to say? And some individuals agreed and some disagreed with that decision. And that is all I will say about that. Where'd I leave this boat? I left it somewheres. Maybe I brought it all the way around into the harbor. Why are crafting tables everywhere? Because I craft a lot of boats randomly over here, and then I mean, obviously Leeside is amazing build, but we can't really look since you blew it up. Listen, it seemed like the right idea at the time. I was like, yeah. Oh, listen, I was not in my, I didn't have an on-staff archivist, MJ. I didn't have anybody whispering in my ear of, perhaps, my lord, maybe you would want, you might wish to keep this relic of the past so that others may be able to enjoy it in future. Perhaps keep it under glass, maybe. Maybe save some of this. Maybe save the videos. I don't know if we should be saving the video. Perhaps a VOD, to save a VOD, maybe. The VOD is on the channel as already been. I'm a hoarder of everything. You and human are birds of a feather. Bop. But yeah, see, a lot of this stuff is all from a different thing. So I was mostly leaving it in it because it's what was originally in it. But you are right, human. I should bring it back to an area. I will find it. I still have my cloth backpack and I don't know what that is, but I'm just assuming it's like your first backpack that you can upgrade from. So do you still have all your wood to actually, in fairness, I think I do have my wood tools in this game. I think I intentionally kept them. I think I intentionally kept them to be like, oh, it's the first pickaxe. It's the first pickaxe of the hardcore world. With that, it's excessive. I don't think that's excessive. I thought it was a cool little like heirloom thing to keep. I was like, hey, I didn't let it break, so I was like, my first pickaxe of this world started it all. Hello, they're gone to watch movie. They gone to watch movie. I'm talking to human. No. You know what? With Mello also mentioning how it's like they look like very Minecraft builds. I'm also now seeing that like all my more like try-hardy builds, like with a lot of the industry over here, like where I was like, I should really figure out how to actually build like a Hermitcraft build, are all the like unfinished. Because I get frustrated with them and I go, God, he's so finicky. They're like truly some of the most like potentially good looking builds, and yet I don't think I ever like let them be complete. It might be useful. Gonna have to go out on a limb here with that one, Chief. I don't think the cloth backpack is gonna be useful. I don't think the game's gonna make you start again. So, you know, it's... I understand keeping for like nostalgic, but like in the same way that like I have never like, I don't understand. I have a friend who will often like delete their social medias and for whatever reason, and they come back eventually, or like they will delete like songs out of their liked playlist, out of their likes on Spotify. I have never once removed a song from my Spotify likes because I'm like, you don't know, if I added it, then like, because for me it tells a story of like where I was, like scrolling back through my like songs, where I could be like, oh, I remember exactly where I was as like a person and like in life when I added this song and why I added it, where I added, like what was going on, like because they'll be in spurts. It's not new things every day, so it's like spurts of like 7 songs got added and I'm like, oh, I remember I was on a trip that or like, oh, I remember I just saw that movie and you know what I mean? I can't fathom deleting that kind of stuff. So I'm like, but the memories. I may have to keep inventory, but you never know. That is a huge mushroom. That is crazy. This was one of the this was also one of the more weird builds we did. This was right before, yeah, this lore build that we're coming up to now was right before I quickly found out that I should probably not try to include individuals as deeply into the lore, you know, or rather, well, yeah, I should keep some semblance of distance between like who is in chat and not. Like let them have some impact on decisions, not necessarily all of it. You pick off passionate all the time. That's true. That's because it was always like it took so long to construct, and so like it truly just wasn't finished a lot of those times. And I was like, I can't go down yet. But down here was one of the first gates that then had a book that would call and response. So I'd open it, I opened it, closed it, opened it, closed it, and with each time it would have new information that I was not privy to. Also, block choice, like I said before, block choice is always very significant. There was like a reason why this is like, I see each block set as in this world as being tied inherently to different factions. And then when they show up is always purposeful. Like if I'm using Blackstone, it's not just like because, oh, I want to use Blackstone. It's like for the specific connective tissue, similarly with Deep Slate, that I want to derive. And similar with Soul Lanterns and the like. Now this, which then opened into a different thing down here, was very, because this was meant to be a duality of different things. Meh. Is this what the plank was about? The plank. My Spotify playlist is 1,476 songs made over the past 8 years. Based, much the same. I'm closing out on 2,000, I believe. And yeah, about 8 to 10 years, yeah. And then, yeah, this was the really long, arduously built nether bleed build that I probably could have made simpler. But it was also, this wasn't, I repeat, was not originally a lush cave either. So I kind of built both to get the proper vibe. God, ambitious for no reason. Which we talked about this, and then this shot up out of the ground. There's a fun little redstone thing. I don't think I can get down to it. Not easily. Oh yes, I can. Maybe I left. Hey, look, a zombie. I think I did. Leave it partially open. Yeah, where I left like a little contraption inside. So that I could actually use this, which would then set it off and then have this go sunk. And that's how I'm not wearing it. That's how I got the netherite chest plate. There was oak planks over the ground. Yeah, this is what was under those oak planks. Yes. Constantly denied the existence. That doesn't sound like me. Deny exist? No. It made Pink very, very angry. There's the reason Pink left. Pink was like, I'm done with this. Oh, and here is one of the classic hidden chest. I had recently unburied it. Classic. I covered it in netherrack. I just went, it's whatever. It's fine. I don't need to worry about it. I'm running out of time. I cover it and then do lore, and then I just leave a bunch of stuff here forever and ever. Yeah, none of this has to come back with me. This was a really fun build, though. Oh! Last time we were, I don't know if you showed the other one. I don't think I've ever shown the mechanism below it. That was because that's probably my best feat of Redstone. Figuring out how it could like launch a thing up, you know? So much stuff. Human's like, no, you can't leave it. I mean, I think there's another one over here somewheres. Might be behind that wall. You looted that just for the supplies. Oh, that's right. I think I literally got fed up and I came out here. I was like, I know there's stuff in here. I don't care if I'm pulling back the curtain. I just need materials. More. Well, that's what I was saying earlier, Human, was like at every one of these major builds, I will slowly accumulate what Good Times with Scar would say is a chest monster. And then I usually just bury it. I usually bury it wherever, once the build is finished. So there's small chest, there's usually 2 to 6 double chest places that are buried under the ground or in a wall of just lots and lots of random materials. Why? Because I don't want to have to ferry it all back. And also, if in case I wanted to continue to add, it's usually because I'm like, oh, like if the project needs more, like a lot of this is stuff that like the project uses. And so I was like, okay, if anything's like, you know, if I need it for anything. And then I ended up not needing it. And you know, it's only me in the world, so I can come back to it at any time. Was there something else banking? There's a nether portal down here somewhere too. I remember because that became like I made one in here so that I could go and get netherrack a lot easier. This was a fun one though. This was a really fun, but stuff. Oh yeah, but it's still in my chest. I still know where it is. Whoa, secrets everywhere. I think one of the builds we won't be able to get to today is definitely going to be the parkour. That is so far away in this world, dude. That is so unbelievably far away. That was the biggest pain, I think, to build. And it is unbelievably far away. There's 2 that I think we can get to next. Did I go past it? Definitely went past it. I went past this is when I explored further into the cave. Yeah, I was like, did I go past it? It's you just turn the corner when you come up. I don't know why I went all the way around. Is it nighttime? It is. I do hope, by the way, this is an interesting stream. Like, I realize we're just going down memory lane. And when I made that decision for this stream, I was like, hopefully that's enjoyable. I just kind of want to go back to all these cool builds because we don't see them a lot. And I'm taking a page out of a Phil's of Minecraft's book with what to do with this, because like that's usually what he does is on his anniversary he'll go back to like a lot of the builds he's done. Once again, I do maintain, and I really should go to the end at some point, I just still need to figure out how to tie in which the last lore that we saw 2 major lore things, shoes that need to drop. 3. There are 3 lore shoes to drop. All 3 are plot points that should result in me, or in Nap, being able to begin going to the end. In which, yeah, it's interesting. It's the anniversary. Yippee! I'm glad. Those 3 shoes to drop would be what will likely trigger going to the end. One of which I think is possibly, one of which is not around the corner, but I think is possibly going to become one of the largest lore builds I've done. Okay, it's not even been a decade, first of all. It's only been half a decade. I think if we went back to Minecraft a lot more, then yes. Truth be told, this is tangentially one of the lore builds. The consistently bleeding nether portal that is slowly bled and formed and the like, and seems to almost be fully formed. Weird. Also, its crying obsidian seems to have repaired. That's weird. That's strange. Go back to MC a lot more. I'm invested in the plot. Well, that's okay. Truth be told, how do I phrase this? Let me think. Let me hydrate for a second. Rot and decay, death and destruction. Yeah, weird. Yeah, weird. So just the characters do stuff. He goes, that'd be crazy. Oh, Dios mío. Okay, I probably shouldn't say what I'm going to say, but I'm going to, because it's probably not the worst thing to say. I will be open and honest for a second. I don't exactly like doing that, but we will be. Well, honestly, I don't mind. So the truth of the matter is more or less that for the last about a year of just over, I guess now, of your boy's life has been one of the harder ones. It's been a lot's happened. I'm not gonna get super deep into details. Some of which is part of those details are why the most it is also why the video essays haven't happened. There were a lot of things occurred, from medical issues with friends and medical issues with family, to lost relationships, and just anyway, a lot's kind of happened. I think I'm in the turnaround from it. I hope I am. It has been difficult by times to stay locked in and to do what I enjoy. It has been a wild and wacky time of shifting work and research and the like and learning and yada yada yada, and decision paralysis in a lot of ways, and not wanting to mess things up, and that's kind of all I'll say to it. But I'm hopeful, and I kind of want this to be the beginning of a new page where that's not gonna be so dramatically impactful. Yeah. So I'm hopeful for Lore to make a big comeback. I'm hopeful to maybe we can get the Wednesday streams back. Who knows? I'm sorry that I don't want to focus on those things. I don't want this to become Doubter Central. I cannot express the genuine importance that this element of my life has held for that period, and I am forever deeply grateful and indebted towards it, even for just hangouts, let alone anything else. So I am hopeful to get back on to getting Lore relatively regularly. I am hopeful to get video essays actually out. I am hopeful to continue to stream and enjoy and laugh and have fun. These are the things I wish to do. And you all have made them quite possible, and I will never be able to express the meaning with which I have derived from getting to chat with so many of you every Monday and Friday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's all been advertising. I'm not trying to be too serious. Moving right along, we're coming up to the next lore builds, ladies and gentlemen, where we saw some different leftover nether portals and some more nether bleed, and this is one where we zoomed away. I believe this actually in one of the more cinematic cuts where like the camera actually traveled behind trees to cause cuts so there wasn't as such a long travel period. But it should be just around the corner there in coming into view. There it is. This was a really fun one to do. It did take a lot of it took a lot of my white stone. Not my best and brightest of ideas, but I'm very pleased with it. I get it. This year's been a lot, uniquely hard on a lot of people. I know, including me, and you know, I was pushing you during the Portal Week. Really, life comes first. I am glad to have this constant in my life, and it's actually a fun place to hang out and do stuff. Stop pivoting. I'm still typing real. You freak. You want me to sit in my emotions? How dare you? Oh my god. Anyway, so I was building this whilst listening to Chuckle Sandwich. You know, classic. We all love that. You know, I can probably find the secret chest for this one too. Just until I'm done sympathizing. Jesus. I appreciate it, King. I really do. I feel bad making things. I don't know. I keep my private life private and the like, and you know, it's because I don't want this to be a place where I am a downer for things, you know. I don't want to do that or be that, you know. Anyway, this was a really fun build that's mostly quite empty, but had a lot of the cool glitching effects. It was the first time I think I tested out that of the idea of like the past bleeding into the present, or like memories coming back to Nap. Because that was kind of always on the docket of something to be, of like figuring out how a being of multiple times, also figuring out how to do scorch marks was really fun. How to make a being of different times and lives, like how to do that effectively in lore. And so it was really fun to do like the glitching effect when like past events were happening. Some may some eagle-eared listeners may have picked out some sounds put into the background of some of those sequences, relatively silently. And I believe at the time there was an ender chest here, but I believe that is elsewhere now. But yeah, this was a really fun. You sound like Merlfriend. Try and never be a doubter. You're just a person. We don't have to be on all the time. But anywho, well, I know that, but I'm on. It's the Nap stream. I'm on for the Nap stream. You know, believe you me, I'm not always on. You know, sometimes I wallow in remorse as the evil Spurs somehow defeat the Knicks. I mean, what? Tyler has no idea how I am so glad that I made sure to just like turn off notifications for Discord that evening. Oh man. Oh. I'm not gonna presume to speak for the rest of chat. And I know at the end of the day, I just text on the screen. But the last 2 years have been great to have a place to hang out. Oh, I'm glad. And I think I can with certainty that I would not be who I am without you in these streams. You can't say that. It's a crazy world. I'm glad it's rocked together. But I'm gonna cry. You can't. You can't say that. Ah. First of all, thank you, that means a lot. Anyway, I think we move on to the next build now. 100 subs, I will. I can't say what I would do because it's TOS. Keep your money. Buy good soup. Buy good soup. Buy items for your own chests. Fun fact: it's very difficult to sleep in there because of the tiered system that I made, and creepers kept falling. So I actually often slept out here. Evil spurs were put back into place the other night. So true. Buy real soup. Jesus, I like that he makes his soup. I think it's cute. Oh, also over there, that was a cool element that I don't think, I think we only looked at in the lore. I think I only glance over to like what this portal is, which is which if you notice, this style is also where I get the style at the end temple of like the portal hanging from iron bars. Anyway. Very quickly, actually, I think I can probably find it if I'm very swift. With expired ingredients, I agree, but also sometimes he is correct. They're like, sometimes they just like be making things have expiration dates, you know? There is some, I think it's this speech. There are some ingredients that like have like best before. If it's best before, first of all, that all right, this part of the, we also I think only glanced at this from the top up there, and I don't even think it was super visible. This, you know, oh, actually, don't look at that. Don't look at that. That's gonna come up. Or don't. Everybody, forget that was ever shown off. Is it on this beach? No, it may not be. It may not be. Unless. I think it's somewheres. Somewheres in here is another like 6 double chests of things. Expiration dates are fiction created by Big Expired. Who's that? The god of death? What do you mean? 6? Yeah, that's my point. Like usually I would have like little chest monsters, just like I steal that term from Good Times with Scar, but yeah, like that idea of like having a bunch, so you can just be like, this way I get a lot of them. Maybe this beach, actually, it's one of them. That there are so many different blocks in that thing. Do you know how many blocks that took to make? So much stuff. We can find them again someday if we need. I'm the sole draw on resources in this world. It's fine. That's also why I had the chest boats, because that way I could keep any of the stuff that was majorly important, you know? There's really only, I think, one more. This, you know, it's not even like you as a gamer, you know, that but it's very much you also as a person. If you consider the soup as also being a thing of like, but so much stuff, I can't let it go to waste. It seems to be also just your MO, like as a person and as somebody who played video games. In both cases, the stuff cannot be lost. I'm looking, I'm peering, hashtag noticing. You don't need to notice stuff. You don't need to notice all the little thing, man. I don't know what you're talking about. You know, I admire it. I do think, I mean, there's sometimes that I do think you probably take it a little farther than you should. But also, I do think it is fair to say, I don't go dumpster diving. That's good. I would never. Well, actually, in fairness, I've been dumpster diving. You can find some cool things in dumpsters, but that's, well, probably depends on where you are, I guess. Listen. I'm just saying, like, there's some cool stuff that gets thrown out sometimes. Find some cool stuff that way. Not that I advocate it. Don't cut yourself on a lima bean can or something like that, and then get infected or whatever, like Arthur. It's a deep cut. Mind you, so was the lima bean can. I think it was lima beans. Chad, what was the type of food? What was the can that cut into Arthur's leg? Half of what I owned definitely wasn't gifted from the cure. That's both very frugal, but also why? My God. You're coming home with me. He just picks up different things. There, you know, I will say, human, there is only one thing that I hope that is not the case for, and it is mattresses. King, you do not want bed bugs. I'm telling you straight up, there are a handful of objects that that truly should be left at the curb, and a mattress is one of them. I mean that so genuinely. What about couches? I would also, personally, I think I would also typically avoid curb ones unless I see them set it out. But then again, I'm not sure, like, it depends on your, like, personally, I think you can look on like eBay and there are people like looking to get like moving who are like, I have a couch, it's pretty well good, I just want like $50 for it. Or even someone will give it for free. They're like, I'm moving, I need it gone, just come pick it up. You don't want bed bugs or roaches or rats or anything. Like, so many things can live inside it. It is truly one of those things of like, it's beyond the pale. It is at that point the big bomb bad, as one Jar Jar Binks may say, you know? Star Wars. I definitely bought my couch. Human. I'm so confused. Why have you been so insanely, unhingedly generous in sub-gifting? And yet you are also dumpster diving couches. Human, explain. My God. That's what we ask him. That's what I'm saying. It's, oh my God. And I'm please never take it the wrong way. I can never, ever truly like repay or offer enough, I feel, to meet the insanity of the generosity that you have shown me. My God, man, you kept my lights on it many times, but it is, I will never understand. Gets a good night's sleep. You're sleeping on the couch? Why are you sleeping on the couch? You're meant to sleep on bed. You're meant to sleep on mattress. Human, I'm worried. But don't get me wrong, I understand. Like today, I picked up a loaf of bread. I just picked up a loaf of bread from a bodega, and I kept going. Then got home and took it out, and I went, ooh, there is a very like less than like a quarter of a dime kind of thing, like just small, like the flat end of a nail. Little mark of mold on one piece of the bread. Now, could I take the bread back? Probably. It would probably even be accepted. They'd probably go, yeah, totally, yeah, switch it out. It's not even open. Yeah, okay. Could I? Yeah. Will I? No, I'm gonna take that one slice out, cut off that like section, and then the rest of the loaf is fine, and then keep it chilled instead of in like a regular bread box so that it'll not mold as quick, not really mold, and then eat it. Because if I brought it back, they'd have to throw it out, and it's a waste of bread, dude. Nab, you're not supposed to eat mold with bread. It's probably spread throughout it. It's just because you can't see it doesn't mean. But it all the rest of it looks fine, and then throw it out. The table from the curb is fine. That is absolutely a-okay. I've done that. Yeah, absolutely. Even like a wood chair. I understand. It's things with plush elements like or fabric elements that gets you the problem, and that's Northgate. That's typically because you can actually run into issues of like bugs and the like. Looks fine. It's simply not how it works. Come on! It's still in date. It's probably the first sign of. Man. Yeah, wow. Yeah, come on. What? Listen. You know how many pilgrims? You know how many people in revolutionary France? Probably ate way moldier bread. They lived, and they lived. The desk I'm using right now is for the curb. It's a nice desk. There was so much stuff on the curb because college kids moving in and out. That's also, peak season as well. Speaking of, never buy a Swiffer. Never buy a Swiffer. You will always, start or end of every month, you will always find somebody dumping the main bit of a Swiffer out on the curb. I don't think anybody buys them. I think they exchange hands from one to the next. I think the Swiffer finds you, What do you mean you got 5 back? For what? No, that's crazy. 5? That's crap. Why? What do you possibly need 5 for? Do they even have interchangeable parts? I keep finding them. Why are you taking them? You have 5. You don't need a 6th. Oh, there it is. It is stuffed in newspaper when I got it. It's been replaced since. Your couch is newspaper? What do you mean? What do you mean? They all work? Okay, so donate them. What do you need 5 for? In no way, or even just sell them. Put 3 on Marketplace. You can have 1 and then you can have 1 or 2 and then have 3 sold. I forgot this one. Interesting. This is the one where I actually got this sword from, which also came with one of the beginning of the lore from this one is probably the most currently pressing. Eagle-eyed viewers can return and to the VOD channel if they wanna see, and then if you want to see it, then you'll know. But what was said in the lore for this one is specifically important to likely what next will appear in lore. Well, the next major jump forward in lore, I should say. What if 4 of them get broken? One for each room. Oh my god. You've reinvented the internal what is it? Like the vacuum that's constantly sucking and it's like holes in your house or whatever. HVAC or whatever, maybe. This was a fun build. This was also stupid though. It also took so much of my core. Why did I build with quartz again? I know why. But why did I build with quartz again? For lore reasons. But why? Yes, you're correct. The parkour ended here. We came out in this one in the parkour. which then led to, a fun, God, I really enjoyed having the snowy night and seeing that. I don't know, I thought that looked sick. I was very pleased with that vibe and look. It's also, I think, the only build that I've used the bookshelves, or like the shelves that you could fill. You finally started working on the igloo cure across the way. Exactly. That's actually not the bit of lore that I meant, though, when I said this is where the end chest is. When I said that the last bit of lore here, and then finding what was in the end chest, which is this sword, which actually I think had a name and then now doesn't. I'm not sure why. It should have had a name. Was actually is the main thing for the next thing. It was a very nice building. It just didn't get that much screen time. Oh, totally. It was like at the very end, and also we don't spend much time in it because we burst through this door. Like what it was going through this to go, huh? And then in it, this is already closed when I turn around and I go, huh? It's coming through, and then the chest wasn't there when I start reading. The chest appears at the end of reading, and then I come down and it suggests I go out. I think I see something that makes me want to go look over there. I come up here, I go, what? Huh? What's that? Just like that. That's exactly how it was delivered in lore. And then we come back, and then we go back around. Is heat and air? Okay, that's not heat. It's not HVAC then. It's literally like it was a thing in the 80s and 90s, I guess, and maybe early 2000s, of like people would have like a big vacuum installed into the home, and like you'd have wall outlets to it, and you just have to connect the hose. Oh yeah, the direct message from the past and the trials and everything. This is the one I skipped, translated, and then went back to translate and remembered it was. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, this is the one that I because yeah, all the information in the parkour, and then the information from here, and then but then it never got translated. I was like, kind of fair, kind of there's important lore in that, and then like a year went by, and I was like, that's crazy, because then I remember the next lore that happened, people were like, what? And I was like, well, there was lore that kind of explained what was beginning. Because this was also right after Trial Chambers had begun. I updated to the Trial Chambers edition. And then, yeah. Yeah, that's all the main classic lore builds. I don't think there's any others particularly. Oh, there's one more. Still installed in some houses. That's crazy. People are still getting that. I wonder, is it coming back into fashion? I wonder. Yo, Ray Aldo. We're reminiscing. I am tired. Hi, tired. I'm nap. Oh my god. Never not realize you have a laugh at. I just woke up, and I'm picturing the mental image of just Ray there, looking at Grunkle staring with like a 5 o'clock shadow, as on the other end of this is just be like, why did I even tune in? I just woke up. I don't need this. Quick, important question. I don't know if my answer will be important, so I answer pending. Is 5 vacuums too? Oh, you're asking Ray. Funny enough, I actually really like high tired. I'm Ray type shit. I make them all the time. Let's go. Let's go, Dad humor. Well, then maybe you'll like this one. Yeah, I got a great one for you. You know, so there's There is a man who just got a new haircut walks into a bar, and he looks over to the bartender. And he says, "Hey, can I get like just a beer or whatever?" And he said, "Yeah, sure, pal. It'll just be a sec." And the bartender walks down to go deal with another patron who he's serving. The guy's had a long day. He's tired. He's ragged, but man, he's been looking forward to this drink. And then he hears somebody say, "Nice hair." He looks around, but there's nobody around. Looks down. He goes, "Huh?" The bartender stops his conversation with the other patron and turns and goes, "Yeah, sorry, buddy. Just be a second. I'll have your drink in a second." "Oh no, okay, never mind." Oh man, it must have been a longer day than I thought. And then he hears a voice again. The voice says, "That's a nice suit." And he looks around again and he goes, "Huh? What?" It's a dead bar. Nobody's really there. He looks around and he's getting a little frazzled. He's hearing things. He's hearing voices. Anyway, eventually the bartender comes over and says, "You okay, buddy?" As he slides the beer across and is like, Here's your drink." Yeah, thank you. Here's the money. I keep hearing voices." "Huh?" I keep hearing voices. I thought that you'd said that you liked my suit and my haircut." "Oh, no, pal, I forgot. I set these down. They're the complimentary nuts." Oh. Oh, it's a long walk. It's a long walk back, baby. I don't like you is great. Oh man. Oh man. I'm not laughing. I did laugh. I'm not joking. I laughed out loud. Good spread. Take it to other people. Oh, also human. Here's another. Just one, and we've emptied it subsequently. But here's another one. My hidden build chests. Come on, Liam. Come on. It is good. I think that's a pretty good joke. I think that's a classic style. That is a full-on whole joke. Oh. It's a long, it is a long walk, but it's a good one, I think. I don't think that's even a groaner. I think that's like one where people don't know what's coming and then it happens to go, ha. Oh, it's a pretty good joke. Thank you. Oh, here, let me. Gotta hit him with the jokes. Slide was. I hope you all just picture me constantly with like a clown with one of them spinning bow ties, just going ah. If I ever go to a TwitchCon for a meetup, I'm gonna be dressed as the Invisible Man with a joy buzzer. Oh, I'm gonna. How's it going? Oh God. What a time to be alive. Picture with a propeller hat. But that makes me sound uncool. That makes me sound like a little nerd. What do you mean? I'm one of the cool kids on the playground. What do you mean? Clown, a harlot. We're making an image. Hey, some people are into. Never mind. Last time I told one of your jokes, they stared at me like I lost my mind. What do you? Who's they? Oh, the voices? What do you mean? Oh my God. They stared at me like I lost my. Just the proverbial. Oh my God. What is the Dead Sea joke? Oh my God. I don't know. You'd have to request it. Maybe if you request a joke from the good old joke book. It's my beautiful green. It's a greenhouse. It is literal. What is wrong? It is my beautiful greenhouse. It is palatial. It is beautiful. Look at it. Look at my little sweet baby. Needs to put actual plants in there someday, but you know. It really is just a shell, but you know. We really like just took a year off from this place, huh? Oh, there was so many like builds that we were like in the midst of that just dropped. Oh. It's nuclear green. Actually, I think you'll find that if you look at radiation, if you look at nuclear energy, it is not actually green. We chip away. Why do we build a wall? We build a wall to keep us free. What a time to be alive. No. The Dead Sea, the Dead Sea joke is also very much, it feels very much like a Grunkle state, like, but a rave's getting better. Dead, I didn't even know he was sick. Ah! Oh God, truly, it's perfect. It's perfect in every way. I'm going to turn you radium blue. Not even joking, just in a lighthearted fashion. He's not joking, ladies and gentlemen. The human's like, no, I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it with a lighthearted air, you know? Oh, God. Tyler won't let you. Tyler won't let you. Yeah, he needs me to play his Saw game first. It's never happening, but he needs it to play. He needs that to happen. That's the new Portal co-op, you know? That's the new carrot on the stick for people. I'm actually amazed, having looked at the, I know very little about it, so somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm actually amazed, I guess Mello probably would have been the best one to correct this, I think. I could be wrong. I'm amazed that Tyler's not obsessed with the, oh God, now I'm blanking on the name. The thing that the streamer, mask-wearing streamer, not Dream, mask-wearing streamer still wears mask, mortal enemy, stupid, Rambo, that's it. The thing that he did that seems to also be like Saw, I just know Germ was involved. And it's like also had like a head crushing, like, because the logo I was reminded of, because the logo of the game is also like a trap that like crushes the head and then blood comes out. Would not have gotten there if you didn't say mortal enemy. That is crazy. What do you mean? How is that Gen Laws? That's what it is. Yeah. Which like seemed very Saw-esque. I guess more jokey, a little bit more jokey, because because Germa was it. Germa, my beloved. God, he's perfect. Oh, there's so many mask streamers. Are there? Name 17 right now. Name 17 right this second. I don't believe you. So many? I don't think I count, by the way. I'm faceless, I'm not masked. I'm like distinctly not masked. Oh, now last night I played Lego Star Wars and I almost finished the entire first 3 movies. Absolutely gunning through it. I had one mission left. Got too sleepy, which was at noon. I stayed up all night. My God, what a way to go. What a perfect evening. This is, by the way, the other, and I believe final little nap little cubby hole that we have done little scenes in. Death to the bovine. That'd be a great name for a band. Jamie is 16-year-old streamer who's absolutely taking over the internet. Who? Am I washed? Am I old? What do you mean? Who? See if anyone got that joke. It would be a lot funnier. Oh, okay, so it's a joke. The complete saga, not the Skywalker saga. W. Listen. I am much that it is to the current sub goal, because Tyler, you know, wished so dearly for it. For the current sub goal to be the new Lego Batman game. Much that may be the case, and God help us all if Tyler realizes that the month is about to run out and shotguns subs like a madman. I miss and really enjoy. I think Lego was at its best when it was constrained of having no voice acting. I do think they've done fun things with the voice acting. I haven't seen anything for the latest Batman game, so I don't know for certain, but like, I just kind of like, I just think the gag of having no voices was, you know, our creativity is at its best when constrained, you know? Yeah, but the new Lego Batman is just the Arkham games reskinned as Lego. Lego Star Wars was too bloated. Is it? Oh, I thought the new Lego, I thought it also ran into like the Dark Knight trilogy and the like, you know? Talking about the new ones? Yeah. Oh, the Skywalker saga. But yeah, I haven't played that either, but like that definitely looked like it was bloated. But mind you, and this is me being stinky, I think it's bloated by having 3 movies in it doesn't need. Oh god, I really love the characters of the sequels. I really think they're not good. Oh, I mean, it plays identically to the to Arkham games, huh? It has a lot of references to a lot of different series and IPs. The Batman one. Oh, okay. It plays identical to the Arkham games. I'm surprised by that. There's a lot of incredibly niche references to memes and stuff. Hey, nice. Does it have the Jonkler? Does it reference the absolute asylum that the Arkham Asylum Reddit page has become? I confound you. If you ever need to, MJ, we spoke earlier about fan bases that have devolved. You know, like the Elder Scrolls fan base or the Half-Life fan base that just post insane, like what not getting a game for a decade does to people, you know? They don't even like on the subreddit for the Arkham Asylum games. I remember I went there once to try to look up something about it for like streamer mode or whatever. They straight up are insane. And all of the, you're not allowed to say Batman. If you mention Batman, they say, I don't know who that is. I know who Man is. And then they put a photo of Michael Keaton in the Batman outfit, but with the ears cut off. And like photoshopped out. It's like, no, that's not that's just Man. It's Man. He fights the Jonkler, and like so on and so on. Like, God, they're insane. And I think they call him the Puzzler instead of the Riddler, and so many else. Well, they started this, the Is He Stupid me? Yeah, the Is He Stupid? They're the, exactly. Why would Man do this? Is he stupid? It's the best, I love it. Truly, I think the Suicide Squad game did them in. I think that broke the camel's back. Of that being in the same universe by Rocksteady and just being nothing. And just, I think it ruined them. My god. Pretty sure Man existed before that. Oh, before, like, oh yeah, no, they were doing that before the Suicide Squad game. I think that just finally, my understanding is the last moderator that had kind of been like, okay guys, we should at least answer like genuine questions genuinely, left. It's after that game came out. It was like, whatever, it's all gone to hell, who cares? And now the inmates are running the asylum. They're all just crazy. I got a good laugh out of it. Well, those are all the lore builds. That was kind of the main reason for doing the whole run it back thing, you know? I don't know if you looked at the new Lego Batman, but it is exactly an Arkham game, but Lego. You've got open world, you got cars, you got explosive sprays, you got Riddler trophies. It's all there. Oh, well, that just seems... I could have thought it would be more than that. Vive la révolution! Against what? What do you mean? Well, given that MJ seems to think that I should return my bread because I can't. Oh, it's all gone bad because you saw this fleck of mold. Oh, and because I bought it today. Because the place I bought it from is not far and still open for another bit. It's not moldy. One slice of the bread has a pin stripe of mold upon it, and I can just cut that off. Oh, that's fine. Okay, now you're out to lunch. So, ladies and gentlemen, quite genuinely, thank you all so much. One second. Let me. For coming out to stream and for being here for any amount of time along this 5 years of the hardcore world. 5 years. Oh my God. Well, here's to 5 more. My God Almighty. It has been a triumph. It has been it has been, oh, big emote, big heart. Oh, you're a softie, a soft kid. My God. In any event, ladies and gentlemen, it has been and continues to be the pleasure of my lifetime in what has been the most fulfilling and creatively enduring passion that I've gotten to find, and just getting to be here, being this place, being this engagement of getting to know you, getting to hear about your lives, getting to learn about your 5 vacuums and your soups you make, and you know, and your tribulations through college, and switching in your career paths, and in your art of the Mandalorians, and in things that have happened throughout the years, becoming animators, going on to bigger and better things, traveling the world on a cruise ship, that's working on a cruise ship for some of you, and so on and so forth. And I could go on ad nauseum, collecting Saw DVDs and the like, but do one for me. Well, that's sort of what I meant with the transition of learning over the years of what you did want to do, in learning comic drawing and animation, and then having that pivot and shift, and then I gotta also run that back. But it could be a great many things. Yeah. Well, that's my thing though. But I mean that genuinely is like, that is so cool to see you all as people grow, and that's super parasocial, and I'm sorry about that, but it's fascinating and enduringly lovely. It's a joy to get to do it. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening. I'm gonna make myself. I can't make me cry. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening, a fantastic weekend. I will see you Monday. I'll see you next time, chat.